2024 went sideways for zero running back drafters. Is it time for us to change our tune?
It's Short King Summer, dude. It just feels like no one in fantasy sports ever learns anything. Does he mistime it, or is Brock Bowers just a grown man? Brock Bowers is just a grown man. Dare I say, Rich, football might be back. In the words of Lane Johnson, this offense looks constipated. It's Short King Summer.
All right, GM, everyone. We are here. Beautiful day in the lobby on Underdog Fantasy. Beautiful day to continue drafting in the big board. As Mr. Unearthed Sage says, you know you're a DGen when you're waiting for Davis Mattek to start drafting in February. That is, of course, what we're going to be doing, and kind of the thread of conversation that I want to observe in these rooms is this the year of the hero running back? Is doing these true zero running back builds where you are not taking a running back until round 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Are those even close to optimal this year? Or are we simply missing the forest for the trees? So that is the overall thread of conversation that we are going to have in the rooms today. And now we can go ahead and head on over to the big board. It is time to feed the dogs. Nothing else that we can do. Getting after it bright and early here on this Friday morning. Sounds like warmer temperatures are going to be coming to us relatively soon. I hope that some of you guys are not completely buried under snow and ice where you are. Hero running back up through Henry, Bucky, and onwards can't be Hero. I think that is close to where I align Peppertoni. I don't think you want to go in even with Jacobs as your hero running back. I think you might be a little bit thin there. I need to do the math and figure out which number big board this is. This is big board 67 of 150. So big board 67 of 150. If you did not see my tweet this morning, we've got this stream. So hopefully we're able to get 4 drafts in the stream. Maybe if GPNGC, Unearthed Sage, Hawkberg, WD Simp, Al Boogie, maybe if we draft quickly in this one, maybe we'll be able to get 5 in, right? If we draft as quickly as possible. And I'm going to take Bijan there at 3. Bijan, I think, by the way, is you could definitely do hero running back with Bijan. These are really the builds where I think you could tell me it is the year of the hero running back, where Barkley, Bijan, and Gibbs are just the guys you need, right? And it doesn't matter. Barkley outscores Chase, Jefferson, Puka, CD. Same is true of Gibbs and of Bijan. Really, any of these guys. Like, you could tell me that the move is you take these guys and then you pass on running back all the way down until you get to the Jalen Warren, Pollard, maybe even that next tier after Aaron Jones, maybe that Charbonnet, Brian Robinson Jr., Pacheco, Dobbins style tier. You could certainly tell me that. I would believe it. Anything interesting? Genty for Hawkberg at 1.8. I think Genty could very conceivably be in that tier of guys. Played a game with myself this morning. Which of the Diet Cokes on my desk is the newest? Because I don't always finish them. Battling through some extreme muscle soreness this morning. Woke up, stayed up late to watch Canada USA last night. Absolutely battling. Did not get enough sleep, did not get enough recovery, and I am still quite sore from my leg day on Wednesday. Thoughts on Adam Thielen next year at 35 years old? Feels like an eat your veggies guy once again. 100%. Yep. 100%. I have been, not eating a a super incredible amount of my Adam Thielen vegetables, but I'll take him every once in a while. I believe I have him ranked after ADP, but I certainly do not have a full fade stance on Thielen, because he's one of the guys that certainly could kill you there. I would really like to take Lad here, but I don't mind Tyreek. Tyreek is fine. Bijan Tyreek is actually a great start. And oh man, you guys are going to love this, because I think I am going to take McLaurin here, a guy who I've spent all week saying stinks. We've been arguing about McLaurin all week. Bang. Tet, very real concern. He's starting to be the number one guy mocked to the Carolina Panthers, which actually makes sense. So if you think about what are the Panthers missing, if they think Bryce is the guy, they've got the running back in Hubbard, and I guess they have their running back of the future in Jonathan Brooks. I guess I don't know a ton about their offensive line, but Tet would be a real answer to, if you think Bryce is the guy, you got to give him a wide receiver one. Let's check out the PFF grades for these offensive line. I've also heard, have no way of confirming this because I'm just a guy, I've heard it's an insanely good class for interior defensive linemen. Maybe that's an area that the Steelers are weak. All right, run blocking in 2024. The Carolina Panthers ranked 7th in PFF grade for run blocking, and they ranked 16. They ranked 15th in pass blocking. So, I mean, 10 is a lot better. Could definitely see the Panthers just being like, all right, our offensive line, I mean, we've got guys. I don't know how many of them are under contract right now, how many of them are going to be under contract moving forward. That is a conceivable spot to me where the Panthers say, you know what? Let's just get the man. Let's just get him. Putt Daddy asking the real question, does anyone work anymore? I think the answer is no, man. I mean, frankly, I'm working right now. Putt Daddy, does this count as work for me? All right, Jaden Daniels goes to WD Simp at 40, so that dream dies. So I only have Tua alive for quarterback right now. Actually, I'm totally fine stacking Penix with Bijan Robinson, by the way. We're going to take Tet right here. There we go. We're going to take Tet right here. Maybe we'll take Bryce Young with him. Only on YouTube at work. Can't be on Twitch at work. Valid. There we go. Chuba Hubbard. That's a guy I have like none of. So I'm not going to take Waddle on this team, even if he's there. I'm actually going to take Addison. So the reason why I opt for Addison or Adams there, 2 reasons. First being, I don't have a quarterback live for Terry. I don't know who my quarterback is for Tet. Quarterback obviously is unknown with Devontae Adams. Addison, you were able to get McCarthy. And when you take Bijan, you are obviously saying Justin Jefferson is not the guy you need in week 17. So you're wanting to fade him a little bit so you can take Addison. So there we are setting up a little bit of a leverage stack. So I think that, honestly, I think that is kind of strong of me. I think that's a pretty strong game theory style move. I would definitely take Chuba in the 60s. No sweat on that. Taking courses for appraisal license while listening. Who is this year's Chuba? No one wants to hear it. Absolutely not one person on this earth wants to hear it, but it's Najee Harris. I don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it. Liam doesn't want to hear it. I think Crane maybe is one of the only ones who's woke to it. It's definitely Najee Harris. He is the one who is most live to come out of nowhere. Not out of nowhere. I mean, he's Najee Harris. Everyone knows who he is. Let's say I think any of these things could happen. Re-signs with Pittsburgh, and they continue to minimize Jalen Warren's role. signs with the Chargers, signs with the Browns, signs with the Raiders, signs with the, who else? The Vikings, potentially. They opt to go with him instead of Aaron Jones. There are a lot of outs there. What about Najee Harris? I was going to say, what about Najee Harris to the Dallas Cowboys? Yeah. Sure. But, well, Nick, that's not 100% true, because the thing that people do forget about Najee, he's actually like a perfectly fine pass catcher. Like, he's not good. I wouldn't say he's good at it, but he is perfectly fine at it. We're going to continue this hero analogy, and I'm going to take Juwan Jennings. So there we go. Passed on Montgomery, passed on Judkins to take Jennings to do the we're trying the hero running back thing. Guys, I don't think Najee Harris is good at all. Exactly. You guys know I literally hate Najee Harris. I've never ever drafted him. Didn't draft him last year when he was free. But it is setting up for him. If I can get Judkins here, I probably won't. Oh, wow. All right. So I guess this is modified hero running back. Nick, you get these in these rooms when it's all friends and family here. I mean, we've got Steven, we've got Andrew, we've got Unearthed Sage, we've got Hawkberg, we've got WD Simp, Al Boogie, Johnny Tufton. This is a friends and family one here. So a lot of the times in these drafts, you're gonna get Burrow later. Juwan Jennings should have next week we'll do a Juwan Jennings cover. You know, frankly, I just think there's a lot of ways that the Hubbard thing can go. A lot of ways. I mean, maybe I'll be wrong. But I mean, the other element is what if Bryce Young stinks again? Like, what if Bryce Young ends up being what if Bryce Young ends up being bad? I mean, that is, I think, one of the big deals is like, so we got like 6 good games out of Bryce Young. Let's actually pull that up. Bryce Young. How many games did he get a little green dot on PFF for grade? So after he came back in week 7, he was bad against Denver, good against New Orleans, good against the Giants, good against Kansas City, good against Tampa Bay. He's fine against Philadelphia, bad against Dallas. So he had like 8 good games. So I mean, honestly, a little bit better than I remember. So maybe I need to readjust my priors actually on Hubbard. Maybe I'll move him up a little bit. Yeah, Bryce led the NFL in big time throws. Well, that doesn't mean a ton, I don't think. Well, yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Broncos running back is someone who's not on the roster. Broncos running back is Aaron Jones, Najee Harris, a rookie, Rico Dowdle. It's someone who is not on the roster for sure. I could agree with that. I could agree that you'd rather have Chuba Hubbard than Mixon. Although I feel more confident in CJ Stroud improving than I do in Bryce Young improving. Hey man, can't complain about getting the 101. All right, I'm gonna take Knicks and Purdy if the room gives it to me. I'm fine taking Knicks naked. Some chance that I get Mims to come around to me to 118. Probably not in this room, but maybe some chance that I'm able to get Mims to come all the way around. And I can't take Purdy anyway, so I guess I will just take Mims. Purdy went, yeah. Let me double check on that. Okay, Purdy did go. All right, we're going to take Marvin Mims Jr. Marvin Mims Unleashed 2025. I mean, I liked Chuba a lot as a prospect, so I liked him as a prospect quite a bit. So I have no issue with that. I certainly do not think that Courtland Sutton will be gone. I would say Courtland Sutton is 85% to be the wide receiver 1 in the Denver Broncos. Nico was trending for a monster year. It's true. Someone just said, it's all survive in advance, Chris. And getting Club Brugge is about as good of a round of 16 matchup as Aston Villa could possibly ask for. So we are not complaining. All right, through 9 rounds, we've got Bo Nix, Bijan Robinson, Quinshon Judkins, Tyreek Hill, Terry McLaurin, Tet McMillan, Jordan Addison, Juwan Jennings, Marvin Mims Jr., and no tight end. So we're going to stretch the definition of hero running back. I guess you got to define always. So I started watching English Premier League soccer when DraftKings added it as a DFS sport. I didn't really have a team, and I decided to be a fan of Aston Villa when Steven Gerrard took over as manager of Aston Villa, because one of my best friends in real life is a huge Liverpool fan. Liverpool obviously are awesome, have been awesome this whole time. So I was like, I didn't want to jump on the Liverpool bandwagon. So I followed Steven Gerrard. Sounds like the Broncos are really into Colston Loveland. I've also heard they're very into Genty. I don't think they have the ammo to trade up. I want to say they have lost some picks. Yeah. Chris, I have this is how funny it is. I have a Philippe Coutinho Aston Villa jersey. That is well, yes, this is just happening. The Denver Broncos are 1 million. They will be signing Juwan Johnson the first day of unrestricted free agency. You can just put that in pen right now. If you have a database of players, you can just do probably a 2-year, $8 million deal, something like that. Juwan Johnson to sign with the Denver Broncos. But yes, Juwan Johnson is an unrestricted free agent. He's leaving the Saints. He will certainly be a member of the Denver Broncos. I would bet fairly heavily on that happening. All right. I have no Pacheco, but I will take him here. This is in a hero running back setup. This is a perfectly fine spot to add him onto this team. TCD, I'm currently suffering from Javonte derangement syndrome. Yeah, I've been drafting a lot of him. All right, Tucker Kraft, bang. Nick's been telling me to take more Tucker Kraft, so I have been doing that. So we now have Nix, Bijan, Judkins, Pacheco, Tyreek, McLaurin, Tet, Jordan Addison, Juwan Jennings, Marvin Mims, Tucker Kraft. So we've got only McCarthy live at quarterback. Taking a couple Jaleel stabs. Yeah. How does Juwan count as Penn State tight end U, brother? He went to Oregon. How are you claiming him? He went to Oregon, bro. Oh, I literally did not know this. Today I learned, chicken cheesesteak, that he was a transfer from Penn State. I really did not realize that. Let's look at these Penn State teams that he was on. 2017, Juwan Johnson for Penn State plays with Barkley and Trace McSorley as his quarterback, and Mike Gesicki. He's third on the team in receptions, actually leads the team, second on the team in receiving yards behind one Mr. Deshaun Hamilton. Wow. All right. I did not know that. I learned something today. I love learning. Yes, if Peter and Pat want me to replace Gretsch, of course I will. I don't think they want me to. I think they're happy going back to their old vibe. But yes, of course, Peter and Pat know where to find me. Frankly, Mr. Chuck Cheese, I have no idea. Foster Moreau definitely will not be worth drafting. maybe Dallin Holker, but this is a pretty deep tight end class. If you look at, I mean, like, I think Aronde Gadsden's probably better than Holker right now. There are also some guys who are free agents who are like Tyler Conklin is an unrestricted free agent. There are a lot of guys out there who I think, so I probably wouldn't be taking Holker or Moreau. Thoughts on Schultz's ADP? He was capped by Slowick's offense last year. Yeah, so the concern you would have there is the wide receiver room should have a different look to it. They are one of the teams that's most frequently mocked to take a wide receiver pretty early in the draft, so that bumps him down the pecking order. I take him when I have Stroud. You know, when you have Stroud, I think you want to be taking Schultz, and that's really the only time. Yes, if Aronde Gadsden's name was Mike Grout, we would still be drafting him. He was a really good college player, man. Aronde Gadsden at Syracuse. True sophomore season, 61 receptions, 975 yards, and 6 touchdowns. This is for like a pretty bad team with Garrett Schrader at quarterback. Only 370 pass attempts on the team. We're going to take Tua with Tyreek here. And then what are we going to do with our next pick? Maybe, oh, you know what? Let's do Bryce. Let's try and set up this fictional stack, potentially, if the room lets us get it. All right. Well, we are going to get Bryce Young. Fictional stack between Bryce Young and Ted McMillan is set up. You know, that's not really the case anymore, man, if you think about it. So let's just look at 2024 rookie tight ends and see which one of these guys played. So Bowers obviously played. Sinnott did not play as much. He basically played fullback. Tip Ryman did play as a blocking tight end. Jatavian Sanders started. Theo Johnson started. A.J. Brown became a 50% timeshare guy. Cade Stover was playing about 35% of the snaps. Jared Wiley got injured. Tanner McLaughlin got injured. Jaheim Bell did not play. Devin Culp actually did play. Devin Culp did play in the end. So let's look at the 2023 rookie tight end class. 2023, Kincaid was a starter. Meyer was a starter. Musgrave was a starter. Darnell Washington did not play. Sam Laporta was a starter. Tucker Kraft got injured and then was a starter. Did I miss anyone else from 2023? So that's the 2023 class. Schoonmaker ended up playing quite a bit after he got injured. Remember, he got injured as well. 2022 rookie tight end class. I honestly have no memory of this. I don't think these guys played as much. Quentin Morris played. He was more of a fullback. Daniel Bellinger played. Cole Turner played. Calcaterra played. Cade Otton started right away. Jelani Woods started right away. Greg Dulcich started once he got healthy. McBride was buried. Yeah, you know, I think this is not true, man. I think rookie tight ends play a lot, actually. Jeremy Ruckert played. Jake Ferguson played. Isaiah Likely played. Yeah. Brenton Strange is like totally fine. I don't know how good the risk reward is there. Otton is the tight end 19. He's probably about the top of the queue right now. Yep, 157. But I think Godwin is going to return, so I'm a little bit less heavy on him. This is actually a great team to take Javonte. Add Javonte into a running back room of Bijan, Judkins, Pacheco, Javonte Williams. We should get a veteran here, this would be fine. I'd be fine with any of these tight ends here. Actually, sure, we'll take the aforementioned Cade Otton. Probably Tim Patrick ends up in the Tim Patrick role for the Lions. He can't want very much money in free agency. Tim Patrick, Spotrac. So Tim Patrick is an unrestricted free agent. He had a cap hit of $820,000 last year. I'm sure he would love to just return at that money. I know. I could have maybe taken Harvey there. I'm sorry, Nick. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do right now? Get your stream bingo card out. I'm gonna pull up the rankings right now, and I am gonna move RJ Harvey up a couple spots in the rankings. If you are a subscriber at patreon.com/DavisMattek, you are now gonna be living in a world where RJ Harvey has moved significantly up the rankings. So I'm going to move RJ Harvey, actually, maybe even a little bit ahead of ADP. So there you go. RJ Harvey is now up to 173rd overall. So a huge positional shift from where he was at. So you've got access to that right now. Yes, I do. I do have Javonte ranked chief. The first iteration that I put out, I just messed up his player ID. If you go back and look at the Google sheet right now, if you're a subscriber, the Google sheet is fixed with his player ID. So Javonte is in the rankings. He is at let me check the sheet right here. Javonte is at 166 overall. So he's in there. GM, Stefan. Thank you, man. Thank you for being a great supporter of the stream. I appreciate all of you guys. I'm going to just take Jatavian Sanders here to add on to the stack. We do need another. Oh, this is a great spot to take Giddens. Oh yeah. He was an awesome college fantasy pick last year. I got burned. I'm going to take DJ Giddens. I got burned in college best ball last year, Blake, I drafted a ton of Oklahoma's running back after, I forget, the starter got injured. I had a lot of Javonte Barnes, and I also had a lot of CJ Baxter, the Texas guy who tore his ACL. So I just had a shit ton of Javonte Barnes, who ended up being terrible. And I had a bunch of CJ Baxter, who missed the season. 30% RJ Harvey reporting for duty. All right, Zach. You know ball, bro. Yeah, I do have Otton ranked after ADP. I do not think he is a super smash with, because I'm projecting Godwin to be back. Otton is very jaggy. Yes, he is. Sure. I mean, yeah, he produces when the guys are out, and McMillan also a serious target earner. Wow, I had no chance of getting Jack Besh in this one. 180. I mean, not that it's even wrong. I mean, 180 is a totally reasonable spot for him to go. All right, we've got 3 picks left. We have 3 quarterbacks, 5 running backs, 6 wide receivers, and 3 tight ends. Bo Nix, Tua, Bryce Young, Bijan, Judkins, Pacheco, Javonte, Giddens, Tyreek, McLaurin, Tet McMillan, Jordan Addison, Juwan Jennings, Marvin Mims, Tucker Kraft, Cade Otton, and Jatavian Sanders. Hey man, I was talking about Damian Martinez when y'all were still focusing on shit. What's my rookie wide receiver quotient? All right, I'm gonna take Jalen Noel. I was woke to Damian Martinez when everyone was researching their Super Bowl showdown lineups. Yes, yeah. I'm sure Joe Burrow wants him back. I wonder if he has maybe played himself out of that range. Who's a rookie running back I've like? Actually, you know what? Keaton Mitchell is a good one here. You want to know who killed me, Blake? Everyone on North Carolina State. North Carolina State absolutely ruined my college basketball season. I was super heavy on Grayson McCall, who suffered a season-ending injury. I was really big on Kevin Concepcion. I was really big on Justin Jolly, Noah Rogers. North Carolina State murdered my season. Yes, the war room filled early. Yeah, McCall. I mean, I think McCall is good. I wonder, I think he medically retired. I think he medically retired from football because he had the concussion issues. Yeah, well, you know ball. If you had a ton of Concepcion and Waters, you know ball. Weekly advertisement that I'm not paid for. Dr. Bum Energy. Mr. Bumstead, if you're listening or watching to the stream, give me a promo code. Chris, give me a promo code, dude. I will move units of Bum Energy. And by that, I mean I will just buy all of them myself with my own promo code. All right, 3673. Oh, it's very perfectly viable, Andrew. I just don't do it. Well, I do it a little bit. I mean, I'll do it here and there. Let's see. What's a good vet wide receiver? Maybe Curtis Samuel. Today was back day. I'm gonna be honest though. It was one of my worst lifts in a while, Jamie. Very bad lift. I stayed up to watch Canada USA. Got up at my normal time, 5 a.m. or 4:45 a.m. Got about 5.5 hours of sleep. I'm not eating a ton of food right now because I'm cutting, and it sucked. But I got a pretty scrappy back day in. I could maybe take Josh Palmer here. Maybe take Mechie here. Who is likely to be a Denver Bronco? You know what? How about this? How about Mac Hollins? Mac Hollins is for sure going to be a Buffalo Bill. Probably not going to have a single spike week, but he is going to be on the field. Final team. Oh, I am so woke to Torrey Horton. So woke, but Raymond is making fun of me for taking rookies, so I can't. All right. Final team, Bo Nix, Tua Tagovailoa, Bryce Young. Got Nick stacked. We got Tua stacked. We got Bryce maybe double stacked. Hero running back room, Bijan, Quinshon Judkins, Isaiah Pacheco, Javonte Williams, DJ Giddens, and Keaton Mitchell. Wide receivers, Tyreek Hill, Terry McLaurin, Tet McMillan, Jordan Addison, Juwan Jennings, Marvin Mims, Jalen Noel, Mac Hollins. Tight end room, Tucker Kraft, Kate Otten, and Jatavian Sanders. You know what? That's a good team, actually. That I'm giving this one a B plus. I'm giving that team a strong B plus. Let's see if I can I grade that one? I want to remember that one. B plus Bryce Young stack. B plus Bryce Young stack. All right, let's head back into the lobby and let's feed the dogs, man. Let's feed the dog. I mean, I tend to agree with you, Goods, but we are also both drafting Javonte Williams, so I don't know if we're allowed to say things like that. All right, phenomenal pace on that first one. We got that first draft done in about 34 minutes. So let's see if we can do that again. Give my time. This is wow, big board, 68 of 150. So we might be able to get 5 in today. I think this is the best bum flavor. Other people might disagree, but this is Dr. Bum. Mark, taste 97% as good as Dr. Pepper. Try to be fast. I'm only slow when I'm consumed by my 5 NBA drafts going. All right, I had an idea for a stream. I was maybe going to try and do this this afternoon. What if I did every sport in the lobby on Underdog at once? So I did an albatross, a dinger, a big board, a Zamboni, and a dance. So that's 5 best ball drafts all at once. I'm good with Neighbors or St. Brown here. Don't really care. Wow, St. Brown? All right, let's go. Set up a little Jared Goff team. All right, double Browns. No, they're not widely available. You basically have to order them online, Chris. I think some Walmarts sell them. Some Walmarts sell the bum energy drinks. Yeah, all different sports. All different sports. Is it worth drafting in the current contest when the first few days drafts and the non-canceled Super Bowl drafts have so much more ADP value? It's totally up to you, brother. Totally up to you. The Super Bowl drafts were all canceled, though. Basically, the Super Bowl drafts, by and large, all got canceled. So, slappiest pick in round 1 is clearly Brian Thomas Jr. Slappiest pick in round 2 is Ladd McConkey. Slappiest pick in round 3 is Marvin Harrison Jr. Slappiest pick in round 4 is Rashee Rice. Yeah, it's definitely Rashee Rice. Slappiest pick in round 5 is Amarian Hampton. Easy peasy. I mean, I think the likelihood of the winning draft is probably quite low, because we are about to get a shit ton more information when the NFL draft combine happens. Yes, that's the thing. There's going to be a huge amount of value with the combine, huge amount of value. Brad, no one knows. I've said this many times. You know it when you see it, Brad. It's like, I can't define it exactly, but I know it when I see it. Nightmare says they didn't all get canceled. I have one where a guy picked all Eagles and Chiefs and hasn't been deleted. Well, just I don't know. I don't know exactly how they do it. I've said this before. I'm not an employee of Underdog. I'm merely an outside observer who loves to draft in their games. All right, we're gonna do Worthy because I don't care which one of these running backs I get. So I'm gonna do Worthy first. Yeah, I mean, it's basically this. Wow, Chase Brown. Speaking of slappy, so yep, basically. It's just someone that the general public gets excited about very easily without a ton of production. Yeah, this start is very common, but I want it to be more. I mean, AJ Brown to me is just very likely to earn first round value. That's just my opinion. All right, through. Yeah, it also is a bit about doing things because it's kind of publicly approved. Like, oh, dude, yeah, so sick, such a sick start, dude. Speaking of such a sick start, Amon-Ra St. Brown, AJ Brown, Xavier Worthy, Chase Brown. That is a sick start. Kind of hero RB in reverse. Hero RB with Chase Brown. Hero RB with Bijan was the first draft. And this is Hero RB with Chase Brown. Does that count? Does that count to you guys? If you're watching this on replay, comment and tell me if it counts. You guys tell me if you think it counts right now. Do you guys think that Chase Brown in round 4 counts? Team is how many more Browns are good to take? So we've got Hollywood Brown. That's really it. I was hoping there'd be more Browns. Yes. Yes. Chase Brown is at very high risk. That's why, I mean, you guys know. Speaking of slappies, there was no bigger Chase Brown slappy than me in the whole fucking world last year, but I still like him. At this spot, I think they're like the same. I think Chase Brown and Kyren Williams are like sort of equally likely to be replaced. Next turn, I don't really actually want a running back here. I'm fine with one. I actually might take Judy on this team. That's a guy I've been kind of light on. And you know what? I knew I wasn't going to get freaking Caleb Johnson with all of you. Again, speaking of slappies, all of you goddamn slappies in here taking all my favorite players. I knew I wasn't going to get them. I am going to take Judy on this one. All right, so we have got Amon-Ra St. Brown, AJ Brown, Xavier Worthy, Chase Brown, Amarian Hampton, Jerry Judy. Yes, we're going full Browns. Yes. Yeah, I have done NBA playoff best ball. It was Mattek. It was for members only though. Here you go. If you really do want, I don't know how much you care, but there is a link to NBA playoff best ball that I did with Nez, and here's a link to an NBA playoff best ball stream that I did, I think, on Tuesday. If you, I don't know how much you really want that, but there you go. If you're really hard up for it. My plan for kind of the rest of the off season is to be doing 2 or 3 members only videos / lives for YouTube members, because I think that's something that's kind of missing from my channel compared to Peter's. Peter has multiple things for the members every single week, and it's time for me to start doing the same thing. Haven't cooked a pick 'em up yet, but I imagine we can do that. I imagine we can cook up a pick 'em today. Overflow. I heard you're slacking. All right, we have got, what quarterbacks do we have live? We got Goff live. We do have Mahomes live. We've got, happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday. Welcome to your 30s. Your knees, do your knees feel heavier today? I've been hearing a lot of buzz that Cam Ward is just going to go first overall. That that the libs are just gonna have. I mean, I'm gonna happily take Mahomes here if GPNGC doesn't take him. Andrew, don't do it, man. You don't need him. Bang. Patrick Mahomes, Xavier Worthy. I mean, that's how you. Speaking of slappies, that's how you slap, brother. And then I'm just gonna take. Should I take Goff? No. We're gonna take. We got Chase Brown. I'm gonna take Rashid Shaheed. That was Shaheed or Golden, but could have gone either way. Well, Adam, it depends. It depends who you ask. If you ask me, their quarterback is going to be Jackson Dart. If you ask anyone else, you're going to get a different answer. But I think Jackson Dart is going to be their quarterback. That's not very fun, man. We're trying to have an entertaining and an educational experience here. And if I'm playing coy for every pick, that's no fun. You know, gotta talk about what I'm thinking and what I want to do. Yeah, I don't even like Golden that much, but he is going to be a first round pick. Yeah, that is a lie. It's a lie. Yeah, Cam Ward is going to be first overall. The question is, what team is he first overall to? Because I don't think it just I don't know. It feels like the Titans are not going to take him first overall. Yeah, well, welcome to your 30s, man. I feel like when the Eagles-Chiefs team switched to only drafting Eagles-Chiefs through the first 5 and auto-drafting from that point, I could see that. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a struggle getting running backs on this team's. I mean, Hampton is fine. I do prefer Caleb Johnson. All right, Steph's mom is in on Golden. There we go. Steph's mom is in on Golden. I feel like this is it's just a good motto. I'm being a large idiot this draft. I mean, why not? We are not set up great for second quarterback here. I guess I don't really get it either. I mean, I don't think Cam Ward is like the greatest quarterback prospect of all time. Here's the question, though. Would you rather have Cam Ward with everything that it takes from the first round pick? Or would you rather have Sam Darnold, Russell Wilson, 2025 free agent QBs? So those are just the guys who might move. Who else is legitimately an unrestricted free agent? Trey Lance. I'm the only person left. I'm the only person left wanting to see Trey Lance. You know what? We got to keep the Browns theme going here. David and Njoku. Welcome to the team, David. This is a great team for Charbonnet. You think me and Gritty are the only ones who still love Lance? Yeah, Tennessee is kind of where careers die. True. I mean, the Titans thought they were going to be okay. They spent a bunch of money. They brought Ridley in. They definitely did not think they were going to be as bad as they were last year. The 2v2 is bettered with Darnold. Oh, 100%. Yeah. 100% the 2v2 with Darnold or Carr or whoever. And then, Carter or Hunter or whatever for the Titans. I completely agree. Maybe an argument I should have taken Brian Robinson Jr. there, but I feel like when you have Chase Brown as your running back one, you got to you have to court the variance, because you either just drafted the best, one of the best values, or one of the worst values. So the only way you're going to win if a Chase Brown is a 1B to Caleb Johnson team, I'm starting to think it's bad Trey Lance couldn't beat out Cooper Rush or to beat 2025 Marcus Mariota at home. Yeah, it's just your opinion, man. We did get the Trey Lance Deuce Vaughn backfield last year. People forget. It did happen. And it was real and it was spectacular. I got to go find the box score for this game. Bro, in the 5 interception game, he scored 36 fantasy points. 36 fantasy points for Mr. Lance. All right, Lance last season, final game of the season against Washington. He goes 20 for 34, no touchdowns, ran 6 times for 26 yards. What did my boy Deuce do in that game? Deuce had 6 for 37 as a rusher in that game. Yeah, I'm not a 4 quarterback guy or a 4 tight end guy. Maybe if you save tight end to your last 4 or whatever, maybe you can get away with it, but it doesn't feel very good. A-Chain-esque. I would say A-Chain-esque. Yeah, I would. Andrew, if you take Hollywood Brown here and ruin this bet, do not ruin the bet. Oh, what a dick. What a huge dick, Andrew. All right. Evan Ingram gets cut from the Jacksonville Jaguars, signs with the Kansas City Chiefs after Travis Kelce retires. Bang. All right, I'm going to take Cam Ward here and pretend he's the quarterback of the Browns. If you imagine Cam Ward as the quarterback of the Browns, this team is cooking. All right. Mahomes and Ward, Chase Brown, Amarian Hampton, Zach Charbonnet, Amon-Ra St. Brown, A.J. Brown, Xavier Worthy, Jerry Jeudy, Rashid Shaheed, David Njoku, Evan Ingram. All right, wide receiver is going to get pretty thin. Jake's over it. He's over it. He says, I'm sick of this shit. That's what they're saying. Evan Ingram, you are a Kansas City Chief. If Cam Ward actually is, if Cam Ward actually is a Brown, this team is awesome. It's about as good as it gets. If Cam Ward is not a Brown, that was probably a pretty bad pick. But you know what? I need to move Travis Hunter down in my ranks even more, because I moved him down pretty far. I guess the sidekick is still waiting ADP a little bit here, but yeah, I'm kind of over. Although Hunter as a wide receiver 6 on this team maybe makes a little bit of sense right now. Don't apologize to the Nico draft. What'd you do, bro? Where did Stroud go? Stroud. Oh, Stroud with Igbuka. I mean, that's fine. Well, yeah, Hunter is... So the reason why Hunter is at the top of the sidekick is the sidekick does like market weighting, where it is valuing the ADP, basically. It's just giving some weight to the average draft position. You know, I'm not even going to say who makes sense for this team, but there's a couple of running backs in this range, kind of in the handcuff area. You definitely want, when Chase Brown and Amarian Hampton are your running back 1s and 2s, you definitely want like a just total pure upside running back. Well, I was going to take Ray Davis. Andrew's just being a dick. I'm going to take Algier because he's basically the same thing. All right, now I can take Hunter. Yeah. All right. We're risking it. We're gonna risk it on Hunter. Pick 158. Give me 17. Give me 17 points in week 16. Dude, the Chiefs love to sign old guys. That is like the whole Chiefs MO. Juju, Hopkins, Justin Watson was a second contract guy. Chiefs love to sign old guys. Yes, also Travis Hunter live to be a Brown. Yeah, either Cam Ward or Travis Hunter either are very, very live to be Cleveland Browns. It's a very wise and astute point. So I'm really on trend here. Well, Juju did, but yeah, the Chiefs just love the win now bets. Yeah, but he's 37 when you account for the age of his knees. Non-zero chance goods. Oh, yeah. The Richardson-Fields combo. You like to do the Richardson-Fields combo when you have a Justin Herbert or a Kyler Murray or a Jared Goff with them. He's playing third down, 2-minute drill, and red zone per sources. Well, I'd be interested to know those sources because he's not on an NFL team yet, brother. But I would be interested in those sources. I'd take the under on 18.5 offensive snaps per game, and I would take the higher on 26.5 targets per route run. I mean, what was Kevontae Turpin's targets per route run last year? That's the comp I've been making. Kevontae Turpin, like if Justin Jefferson played Kevontae Turpin's role, where would you take that guy? If Justin Jefferson got to run the routes and got the targets that Kevontae Turpin got, where would you take him? 3 catches for 31 yards and a touchdown spike week is perfectly cromulent at 158. All right, if I reduce the routes minimum, oh, Fantasy Life website's broken right now. Garrett Wilson. Oh, he's better than Garrett Wilson, I think. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm... All right. Why is the Fantasy Life website broken? It's not letting me check the utilization report. You're telling me you'd rather have Jordan Whittington and Andre Yoshibas than Travis Hunter? I gotta say, I don't agree. All right. Is Harvey gone? Harvey's gone. Didn't even get a chance to take him. We're gonna take Austin Eckler as our dusty old on this one. True underdog affiliate. Hires and lowers, brother. That's all I know. I'm going to do Jack Bash. I mean, he's listed. He's going to be listed as a cornerback. All right. Andrew is just being a dick. Andrew is simply being a dick, and that's fine. That's the exercise that we're doing here. I'm not mad at you, Andrew. GM. A morning big board draft as comfy as the 4% blanket over your Jalen Polk shares. That, I don't know how comfortable of a blanket that is. All right. Maybe now I can sort. Okay. Targets per route run with no targets per route run, and I'll do minimum 50 routes. Minimum of 50 routes. Puka at a 35% targets per route run. I mean, it's not going to be that high. It's going to be really high, though. I agree, Hollywood is underpriced. Yeah, Whittington and Yoshi might have the same snap share as Hunter. Well, Yoshi is going to be a starter. Yoshi will be a starter, but Yoshi is like 0%. Sus, I'm calling a foul on this. I'm calling a you don't know ball foul. I just technical foul on Sus Edwards. You need to go sit in the penalty box for 5 minutes. Hollywood led the Kansas City Chiefs in targets per route run. He was very good in the conference championship. Hollywood was. And is probably going to be back with the Kansas City Chiefs. That's my guess. Yes, him being I am very willing, and I'm going to take Derek Carr here with theoretically Shaheed. I'm very open to the idea that he's a bad pick, but I will not have, I'm going to take Mr. Booty on this team. Travis Hunter can definitely be a bad pick, and you could say that I'm dumb for taking him where I did. I'm very open to him being a bad pick. I agree. I think it did seem fairly clear that there was a large role for Hollywood Brown. I mean, the thing is though, is Mr. Emo Cowboy, I've been a no, I think he was pretty good with the... All right, pulling the data up, because I got to make sure I'm not making anything up here. So Hollywood, in the amount of routes he ran, 27% targets per route run. This page does not have yards per route run. 11.9 ADOT. 32% of air yards. That was the highest share of any. I mean, his sample, I'll tell you this. He had the same sample of games as Rashee Rice. So Rashee Rice and Hollywood Brown played the same sample of games, and Hollywood had a much higher average depth of target, had more air yards, but had a better similar utilization scores as well. I think if you thought Hollywood was a bad pick last year before he got hurt, you're going to think he's a bad pick this year. If you thought Hollywood was a good pick last year, then Hollywood is an even better pick this year if you thought he was a good pick last year. But I've always thought Hollywood was good. Also, Hollywood attended the University of Oklahoma, so I am not an unbiased narrator on Mr. Hollywood Brown, and it's important to be aware of your biases. As long as you're aware of your biases, They have a harder time hurting you. Well, they can still hurt you, but you have to be aware of them. Miles thought he was a bad pick last year because he liked Rice better, but he likes him this year. But you don't. The thing is you do not have to take Travis Hunter at that ADP. He's the biggest ADP faller in the pool, basically. I got him at 158. I mean, he might just, even if he plays 8 snaps a game, he might end up with more catches than AD Mitchell. I think he is likely a bad selection. Likely a bad. You know what? I'd rather have him in the 14th round than Demarcus Robinson at any price. How's that for some bias? All right, one more tight end, one more running back. Goods has 3 tight ends behind me, so I can take whatever running back I want first. All right. La Quinta Allen, and Sweets. You love to see it. And now we can take Mason Taylor. Dude, did you know Mason Taylor is Jason Taylor's son? Do you know that, bro? All right, final team. Mahomes stacked with Worthy. Cam Ward stacked with Jerry Jeudy and David Njoku, obviously. Wink, wink. Derek Carr maybe stacked with Rashid Shaheed. We don't know. Running back room, Chase Brown, Amarian Hampton, Zach Charbonnet, Tyler Algier, Austin Eckler, La Quinta, Allen, and Sweets. Amon-Ra St. Brown, A.J. Brown, Xavier Worthy, Jerry Jeudy, Rashid Shaheed, Travis Hunter, Jack Besh, Kayshon Boutte. Besh and Kayshon Boutte reunited. David Njoku, Evan Ingram, Mason Taylor. My man can't stop taking Tyler Shuck. All right. Let's head back into the lobby. An important reminder before we hop in the next one.
The Davis Mattek YouTube channel is made possible by viewers like you. Every subscriber, memby, and super chat goes to ensuring Davis doesn't have to work at State Farm. Thank you.
That one filled quick. Are we friends and family here again? I hope so, because we're cooking right now. That last one was fairly quick. We are... Oh, this is a big one. Boys. This is big board 69 of 150. Big board 69. Jeudy with Cam Ward, potentially another wide receiver room. I mean, yes. Jerry Jeudy has always been bad, Tyler. He's bad now, and he's always been bad. Nice. Still in the... Yes, Tyler was here for big board 69. He loved to see it. All right. Just cuz, man. Why not? Says it can't read the page. It's called a market-based approach, Tyler. It's called being market-based. 569. Nice. McShay said on his pods that his Brown sources don't like the quarterbacks. All right, well, that's why Memphis piss boy. That's why I took Derek Carr, dude, because Derek Carr is gonna be the quarterback of the Browns. Yeah, I mean, that's probably what's happening. That's been the strong rumors that Kirk Cousins is going to be quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. All right, I think we might have a stranger in our midst. I think JPG24 might not be one of us, and it looks like they might be auto drafting. I got to be frank. I don't love that. It basically It basically ruins the draft. Yeah. All right. We got an auto drafter. JPG24. Truly, truly hate to see it. This might be no friends and family, honestly. Yeah, Stefanski and Cousins is just it is basically too logical. New article. There is a belief around the NFL that the Chiefs could be making calls to check the temperature with Seattle regarding a potential trade for Seattle Seahawks wide receiver DK Metcalf. Last year of a 3-year, $72 million contract extension. Puka, welcome to the team. All the friends and family are in the draft that filled right before this one. It's true. It's true. One auto drafter. The article does not have a source. It's a Sports Illustrated article, so it's probably bullshit. Every year the teams call about DK. Yes, yeah. It does sound like the boys in Seattle are very excited to work with Metcalf. I mean, wouldn't you be? I know I would be. Seahawks fan Andrew wants to send him out. What ADP do Worthy, Rice, and Metcalf settle in? They all fall. Metcalf's ADP rises. Worthy's falls a lot. Rice's falls a lot. Because I think the implication of trading for Metcalf would be that Rice's knee is dusted. That I think would be the implication for trading for Metcalf, right? All right. Wow. I was gonna say a nice McCaffrey slide there. Happy to take AJ Brown or Drake London here. Don't really care. Drake London. Wow. Don't think I've got this pairing very many times. Happy Friday to you, Jam. Here, I got a story for you guys about Sports Illustrated. One of the editors from Sports Illustrated reached out to me last year. Would have been like October, maybe around 10 or 11. And I interviewed with Sports Illustrated to be like basically the head of fantasy football at Sports Illustrated. Like I would be doing all their content. I'd be doing all the writing. You know, Sports Illustrated Fantasy Football podcast, Sports Illustrated Fantasy Football on YouTube. I think I had like 3 interviews with them. And then they just decided not to hire anyone for the position at all. So there is no Sports Illustrated Fantasy Football department. Or I think there is, but I think it's all like quick blurbs. I think it's a lot of like SEO style stuff, not anything with anything real in depth. Yeah, they might have decided that we don't know any ball. Yeah, they watched an episode of Swolecast and changed their mind. I don't know if I dodged a bullet. I mean, it could have been cool. Like imagine doing like real fantasy football analysis with a Sports Illustrated style budget. But Sports Illustrated is not even Sports Illustrated anymore. It's owned by it's a brand that has been purchased by Minute Media. Yeah, they saw the advance rates. I agree with this. I don't know if he's the best value, but Dart is one of the absolute best values in the big board. God, we have 2 auto drafters, so we're just gonna be here forever. So all right, everyone, settle in, because we're gonna be here for hours. We're gonna be in this draft for Jesus Christ. Is 1 second auto drafting too? I mean, we might be here for 90 minutes. Oh, dude. This is brutal. This sucks. And this is draft 69. You hate to see it. Man, there is just something so terrible about the drafts that go quickly, and then you get to the drafts that do not go quickly, and you're just like, Jesus Christ. What are we doing here? Yeah, I think you gotta read the tea leaves. I think you gotta read the tea leaves with Dart. I wouldn't mind McBride here. Maybe I do DJ Moore here, actually. Yeah, let's do DJ Moore. So I think it would make sense. It would make sense that Karain would be skeptical of Dart. I mean, he's not very good. Dart is like I don't think Jackson Dart is like an awesome quarterback or anything. But if you start reading the tea leaves and you listen to the beat writers who are high on Dart, you're like, okay, where is the world where Jackson Dart doesn't start? What has to happen? And I guess what would have to happen would be Rodgers. So you need Rodgers doesn't retire. So Rodgers ends up starting somewhere. Russell Wilson doesn't retire. He for sure starts somewhere. Kirk Cousins ends up starting somewhere for sure. You need Jameis to sign on as a guy who starts like 6 games or something. There's got to be a chance that Carr has to play all 17 games, right? I don't know, man. I mean, maybe there's someone I'm not seeing. Maybe it's Tyrod or something. But also the mock draft industrial complex has him pretty firmly as a first rounder now. I actually would take Mixon here as a hero running back. All right, there you go. Live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Joe Mixon, Puka Nacua, Drake London, DJ Moore. Live long enough to see yourself become the villain. No hero running back. Live long enough to see yourself be the villain with Joe Mixon as the hero. Disgusting, frankly. Every season we learn backup quarterbacks' names, and Trace McSorley 2.0 ends up starting 6 games to end the season for these QB bereft teams. Buddy, I would so much rather be overpaid. being overpaid, man, boy, would I love to be overpaid. Can't imagine anything else. Who's going to be the Saints quarterback if they trade Carr? Who knows? I think the most likely places that Dart could go and would start would be the Jets, the Browns if they trade back, the Rams if they trade Stafford, the Saints, potentially the Raiders. Those would be the places where he starts. But Karain and I are just coming to it from a different spot, because I assume what what Pat is saying is he just thinks there's no chance he's a first round pick. And I don't know, man. I'd probably trust the guy who won $2 million playing best ball over me. So if Karain says Dart is a bad pick, he's probably a bad pick. But it's not gonna alter my opinion, because I can't read, you know. If you have to ask 2 pick 6 counts, your team is in 12th place easy. All right. Do I take another wide receiver here? I mean, the wide receivers are pretty fucking good. And I hate Joe Mixon. Why did I even do that? Why did I even take Joe Mixon there? I think Joe Mixon stinks. I think Joe Mixon is like so live to be replaced. I would take Waddle if he was here. Sure. There we go. A little bit of, I was going to say a little bit of value hounding, but literally half a pick of ADP value. Thoughts on mild Milton 3 trade buzz mocks? I think no chance does he get traded. I'd put it, I don't know, like 3% chance that Joe Milton gets traded, because why? What would a team give up for Joe Milton that the Patriots would say yes to? Joe Milton makes no money against the cap and has basically proved himself to be a capable backup quarterback. Do you know what backup quarterbacks make in the NFL? It's crazy. NFL quarterback contracts, Spotrac. Whatever you think a good backup quarterback makes, dude, they make way more. Gardner Minshew, $12.5 million. Who are some other backups? Zach Wilson, $8.7 million. I guess that's a first-round rookie scale. Taylor Heineke, $7 million. Marcus Mariota, $6 million. Tyrod Taylor, $6 million. Andy Dalton just re-signed a contract for $5 million. Davis Mills, $5 million. Joe Milton makes, I believe Joe Milton costs $400,000 against the salary cap. No, Joe Milton costs $960,000 against the salary cap. It's just very, very, very hard to trade a guy of that value. Yeah, Chase Daniel made a lot of money. Well, I mean, frankly, I think Trevor Sikkema is probably more right, Zach. I think he's really not that good. Come on, Steve-O speak. He's gonna frickin' take Caleb Johnson. Yep. I mean, that is just the most obvious bullshit. God. That's so annoying, man. I'm gonna have to start taking Caleb Johnson in the 5th round to get him in these. I mean, Jackson Dart had a phenomenal final season. For the type of prospect he is, you really could not have asked for more from Dart. He led college football in yards per attempt, adjusted yards per attempt, yards per completion, yards per game, quarterback rating, completed 70% of his passes. You know, let's pull up. I actually haven't dived that deep into Dart's PFF grades, but I bet they're pretty good. I bet his final season stuff is pretty good. Jackson Dart. All right, offense grades chart. No, that's not what I want. I want his depth stuff. Passing. Pressure to sack rate, 19%. It's very good with the time to throw at 2.7. Scrambled very well. Final season pass grades, 91.9, 88.7. Those are both pretty strong. 15% pressure to sack is just really good. Let's see where he's at amongst all quarterbacks. I mean, frankly, Dallins, I don't think anyone listens to me. But yes. What I make of Beck is that he is living the goddamn dream, man. I would take Will Levis's rookie year stats for the Jackson Dart teams that I've drafted. What do I have set up for quarterback? Not much. I'm actually going to take Hawkinson here and set up another quarterback. Yeah, I don't know why Quinn Ewers declared. Seems crazy to me. Feels like a mistake for Quinn Ewers to have declared TJ Hawkinson. No. Will Levis is not a starter. The Will Levis era is over. All right, so Jackson Dart was second in all of college football last year. Well, actually, here, if I do it to Jackson Dart was number 1 in all of college football in pass grade last year. His bad throw rate was actually not great. 7.1% of his throws were graded. 7.1% were graded as bad. So I guess you don't love that. His turnover worthy play rate was fairly low. Not even on the first page. So not amongst the 50 most turnover prone throwers in college football. What about pressure to sack relatively? So his pressure to sack was awesome. Again, his pressure to sack ratio, not even amongst any of the guys who started, really. I'm actually very impressed by this. Like, his pressure to sack ratio was quite strong. I think he's just good, man. I think he's good. Oh yeah, he's way less toolsy. Way less toolsy. All right. I'm actually happy to take Jalen Warren here. I guess I'm glad I started wide receiver because the room just started to gobble them up. Yeah. You're not gonna make me interested in Tyler Shuck. Jackson Dart, I think, is 2 years younger also than Cam Ward. When's his birthday? Jackson Dart age. Jackson Dart turns 22 on May 13th. Cam Ward age. Cam Ward turns 23 on May 25th. I did. I started the wide receiver run. All right, I'll look it up. Tyler Shuck, pressure to sack. Tyler Shuck, 9.3% pressure to sack ratio. You know who's better than him? My boy Avery. It definitely helps with year 1 production. I'll say this: Corain is definitely right. Corain is right to be skeptical. Dart is not really worth a guy to go out on a limb on. You'd be better off going out on a limb on someone else. In fact, you might be better off going out on a limb on Russell Wilson if you're looking for a late quarterback, or even Derek Carr. Your upsides with Dart are basically he scrambles a little bit. 14 rushing touchdowns in college. Doesn't take a ton of sacks, and he's insanely accurate. Just very, very accurate. I thought this was true. I thought that Milroe was a sharper pick than Dart, but I'm getting the reverse feelings on Milroe that I do of Dart, that the NFL actually hates this guy. I've already taken Cousins a couple times. It sounds like the most likely scenario is that Cousins goes to... There was actually just a report yesterday. Let me see if I can find it. Stefanski, Cousins. I bet I will be able to find it. I bet it'll come right up. Kevin Collard, per source, Kirk Cousins would love to reunite with Kevin Stefanski. The Browns have mutual interest in signing the 37-year-old veteran quarterback. Yeah, it's out there. It's out there in the ether. Not going to take Tyler Warren on this team. Caleb Williams is already gone. Shit, I am up the creek without a paddle. All right, let's take Michael Pittman Jr., and this will become a Richardson team. I mean, if you told me right now that Jalen Milroe will start 9 games in the National Football League this year, I might have 72% exposure to Jalen Milroe. Maybe more. Might just take, if you told me he's starting 9 games, I might take him every time. I think Cousins at this point in time sounds more likely to start games in 2025. You just bring Rodgers into a building and it just gets miserable for everyone. Current would get you back home if you're up the river. That's true. Milroe is plus. No, I would not book that. I would not book plus 180, or maybe I'd book the other side of that. I think you're wrong, Andrew. Man, oh man. All right, my next pick is 132. I'm not gonna take Penix here. You know what? Let's gamble a little bit. Let's take Drake May. Rodgers, Puka, Adams, Warren. And this would be pretty nice if it happened. Sam Darnold feels more likely there to me. You know, came from KOC, so he's in the stream. He's in the offense. He gets the bit. Jared Smola, my friend from Draft Sharks, just tweeted, Isaiah Bond has the statistical profile of a day 3 pick, 34.8 career receiving yards per game, 1.73 career yards per route, 16% career dominator rating. And then he ends up being a second round pick. And he ran a 4.24 at the combine. He's a second round pick. Oh, all right. Well, I guess if you want Bond, you got to take him in. You got to take him in round 9. What is my level and exposure? Drafts completed. Pre-lot exposure. 12.6%. Colston Loveland. I'd like to get that a little bit higher. I've recently moved him up the rankings. Moved him up a good bit up the rankings, actually. Yeah, I would like to get more exposure to him. Yeah, Tootin is going to have a crazy combine. I agree. Okay. So we have May. We have Mixon, Travion, Warren, Puka, London, Moore, Waddle, Pittman. Dude, the auto drafters drive me insane. Truly. Like they just ruin this experience, man. We're supposed to be having this beautiful afternoon, drafting best ball teams, living our truth, and it never happens. What I need to be able to learn the math to count the 12 or whatever, so that I know when one is just filled. Seems unlikely that I would be able to actually figure that out. All right, so we do get Penix to go with London. Yeah, after they, I mean, it has been brought to their attention many times. It's been brought to their attention, man. They don't care. Well, it's not to say that they don't care. It's just that there are other things that they're balancing out. What you have to understand is that it's all about the pick'ems, bro. And you don't want an auto drafter. You don't want a phone shitter bro to have a bad experience in a draft. Be like, well, I don't want to click on that app. Okay. May, Penix, Mixon, Travion, Warren. What do you mean? What do you mean? Do the math? Yeah, but Jameis Winston was good in that snow game, but he's been. I mean, Jameis will lose you as many games as he wins you. Frankly, I'd be happy to take Bigsby here. I would be happy to take Likely here. I'd be happy to take Ferguson here. Oh, sure. Yes. Yeah. Okay, I see what you mean. Sure. I'm happy to take Bigsby here. Why is 10th place 7,000? The Dinger is more with less entries because they wanted to put a bunch of money in first place. They wanted to do a top-heavy tournament for those of us who are in the mines in February. If you want to play a contest that is more evenly distributed, they have the big board or the biggest board, the bigger board, and things like that. I think it's ridiculous. I'm curious what direction you think Justin Fields' price is ridiculous in. I think Fields' price is ridiculously low, but again, I've been wrong many times before about Justin Fields and about lots of players, and probably will be wrong again. London and Penix, May and no one. Need to get my star method on for the late Patriots wide receivers. Demario Douglas, Kayshon Boutte, Hunter Henry. Yeah, I agree. He's underpriced by a lot. Oh, I can't. Yeah, you can change thumbnails whenever you want. The thing is you don't want too many words in a given thumbnail. Yeah, Justin Fields is an unrestricted free agent. Justin Fields can sign with whomstever he wants for however much they want to do it. Who was pick 69 in draft 69? Luther Burden. That feels pretty appropriate, actually. Yeah, he is an unrestricted free agent. Drafting currently and have Muth, Ingram, and Bowers. That is a good tight end room. Oh, man. These auto drafters really are just, they're sucking my will to live. I'm going to be real with you. This would actually be kind of a good team for a Jerome Ford, a Ray Davis. You know what? Let's do a Ray Davis. I was maybe going to take Pitts here. Let's do Ray Davis. Just the whole it is insane. It is insane if you do the math how much of your life an auto drafter can waste. The Cincinnati Bengals released veteran defensive tackle Sheldon Rankins, who started 7 games last season. A weekly winners ass team. Fields' price is probably a function of how likely you think he is to be starting in fantasy playoffs because he's a high bench. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Everyone is just sick of Justin Fields. Everyone thinks Justin Fields stinks. Everyone thinks if he gets signed by a team, he's going to get benched. And shit, they might be right. The Fields haters might be right. But the cost-benefit analysis that you can run is if Justin Fields ends up starting in the money weeks, he is likely to be one of the most valuable quarterback draft picks in the pool. Like Justin Fields can match Hunter Henry. Justin Fields can match Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson fantasy point production. After charting all the year 2 running back stuff for ADP chasing, feels like Ray Davis is a round or 2 underpriced. Yeah. So I forget the name, but one of the good fellas of the channel was commenting early on that he had 50% Ray Davis, and I was like, shit, is that crazy? And then I was like, well, actually, it might not be crazy. That actually might be good. It actually might be what you want. He's like almost certainly a better pick than like Ollie Gordon. And I mean, I like Ollie Gordon, you know, but he really might be better. Yes. Shout out to Tolan over at twitch.tv/DavisMack. 6 people on Twitch right now. Shout out to my my Twitch Prime boys over there. You love to see it. I actually do love to see it. People who are over on Twitch are doing God's work, because I do no promotion of that space. Yeah, you are. You're praying Ollie Gordon is Ray Davis. I mean, Ollie Gordon might be better at football. The explanation would be Ray Davis is already on a good team, and he has a good role. Ollie Gordon might be a 6th round pick to the Pittsburgh Steelers as their running back 3. He might. Ollie Gordon could very easily be the new Anthony McFarland. Ollie Gordon could be the new Braylon Allen. You know, maybe he blows up here or there, but by and large ends up having a disappointing season. God, I had big plans today. I thought we were gonna cook today. And Grandpa Dollars and 1 second and JPG24 were keeping us from cooking. I know it makes no sense, but I do just feel like a deep, dark anger at these people. Because I guess this is the thing. It's not only is it a waste of our time, it's also a waste of their money. I believe there is now, right? Isn't there an option that if you're an auto drafter, you automatically push the plane? Or is that just for NBA? Maybe it's just for NBA. Yeah, could be the next Benny Snell. Ollie Gordon very live to be the next Benny Snell. All right, what else do we need here? We have 2 quarterbacks. We have 5 running backs. We have 5 wide receivers. We have 2 tight ends. We have May stacked. We have Penix stacked. We could take a Stafford and pray and hope that he stays with the Rams. But that's about it left for us at quarterback. Yeah. Oh, it's if you enter more than one at a time. Yeah. All right. Let's take Whittington, and then we'll take Stafford. Well, Ollie Gordon will only match his ADP if the NFL agrees with us that he's good. Ollie Gordon could be anywhere from a 2nd round pick to an undrafted free agent. If he's a 2nd or 3rd round pick, then you will have wanted more of him in the you would have wanted more of him in the big board. If he's a 6th round pick to the 6th round pick to the Dolphins, then you will not have wanted him. Yeah, I'm gonna do one more. If we go really fast, I'll do 2 more. But if we don't go very fast, if it's a slow draft, then $10 says Ollie goes around 4. Well, if he goes around 4, he's probably just like a little bit overpriced in this contest. All right, well, never mind. Don't get Stafford. So you hate to see that. This team might need a little bit of juice. Might need to do a Harold Fannin Jr. on this team. My boy Harold Fannin. 53% dominator rating, Harold Fannin. Bang. Welcome to the team, sir. May, Penix, Mixon, Travion, Jalen Warren, Tank Bigsby, Ray Davis, Puka Nacua, Drake London, DJ Moore, Jalen Waddle, Michael Pittman Jr., Jordan Whittington, TJ Hawkinson, Hunter Henry, Harold Fannin Jr. I don't think I can take any more Jackson Dart. I think I've been publicly chided, and now I can't take any more of him. Sad scenes. Truly. Fannon's college stats are legitimately hilarious. All right, do you guys want to try and start the next one as we end this one? Because this is just, it's miserable. Do we want to try? I mean, I think it just in general, the question you have to ask yourself about Drake London is how good is Penix? If Penix is good, then if Penix is good, like if Penix is the 13th best quarterback in the NFL, you could make an argument that London should be here with Nico, Neighbors, St. Brown, Thomas Jr., you know? I hate J.K. Dobbins at his price, really. I think that J.K. Dobbins should be about 20 picks cheaper. 120, actually, maybe I'd take him there. But it's not really so much about injury history. It's just that he is an unrestricted free agent, and he was really not that good last year. He was like a replacement level. And this auto drafter took Demario Douglas, who I was about to take. Sometimes you just can't win, man. Sometimes you can't win for losing. I like, of that group, Najee and ETN. They're kind of all fine. I think they're all just super live to be backup running backs is the thing. I consider them all basically equally likely to be backups or starters. So I don't want a huge chunk of my portfolio to come from that group. All right, I am going to take Dart here. No one tell the internet that I took another Jackson Dart team. This draft proves 69s are overrated. That's kind of how I feel too. Dobbins on any team. Dobbins probably has one game where you're like, shit, man, I should have spent all year taking J.K. Dobbins, and then it gets to be November, and Dobbins is like tired, and his knees hurt, and he's feeling old. And I mean, don't forget, Dobbins did get banged up last year too, right? I'm not making that up. He did get injured. Yeah, he was even on IR last year, right? Did I make that up? No, it was Edwards who was on. No, he did. He missed 4 games. Yeah, he did go on IR. All right, one more running back. What's my rookie ratio? I can take one more rookie. I can take Damian Martinez here. Final running back room: Joe Mixon, Travion Henderson, Jalen Warren, Tank Bigsby, Ray Davis. Damian Martinez could very easily be the guy who replaces him. Dart feels like the Bo Nix we're taking at 85 next year. It is, well, Chad, that is a good lie to tell yourself. And remember, best ball is a game about telling yourself the best lie that you can imagine. That is the name of the game of what we're doing here. Whoever can tell themselves the best lie wins. He did come back from IR. Yes, he did. More likely to be the Drake May? I guess that's a good question. If he does what Drake May did last season, what May started how many games? 12, right? 10? Drake May started how many games? 12 games. If he starts 12 games, I mean, if he starts 12 games, he's like probably a smash. All right, and the auto drafter took Kayshon Boutte. I mean, that is just... These people sicken me. Auto drafters taking the guys from my queue. I hope they all go to jail. I am going to schedule that stream for this afternoon, I think. I'm going to schedule the stream for this afternoon where I'm going to do a dance. I'm going to do a Zamboni. I'll do a dinger. I'll do an albatross, and I'll do a big board. That'll be fun. You're in this one, brother. You're in this one, Mr. Grizzly. Yeah, I don't know why. I think the fact they're really tilting me is that they're back-to-back on this one. That is the thing that's really tilting me. All right, I earned myself a rookie wide receiver on this team, and I can't even take Jalen Noel. So I guess I lied. I guess I'll just take Tolbert. Whatever. This team doesn't even need an adult, but I gave myself one. All right, I'm going to go pee real quick before we start our next draft. What terrible sophomore wide receiver are we telling ourselves is this year's huge? I mean, it's got to be Polk, I guess. I suppose Polk is the most obvious answer. Is there anyone else who's even? Let me look at the 2024 rookie wide receiver class. I'm sure there's someone. Troy Franklin, maybe. Keon Coleman. Malachi Corley. Yeah, Corley. There you go. Corley could definitely be it. I don't think it's going to be Burton. I think Burton has excommunicated himself. All right. Oh, you know what? Auto drafters put me through this bullshit. Ricky White. Final team. Drake May, Michael Penix, Jackson Dart. Running back room, Joe Mixon, Travion Henderson, Jalen Warren, Tank Bigsby, Ray Davis, Damian Martinez. Puka Nacua, Drake London, DJ Moore, Jalen Waddle, Michael Pittman Jr., Jordan Whittington, Jalen Tolbert, and Ricky White make up the wide receiver room. Tight ends, TJ Hawkinson, Hunter Henry, and Harold Fannin. Roman Wilson is a really good guess. Hey man, Malik Washington, pretty good player. It could be Troy Franklin. All right, guys, let us head back into the lobby and let's feed the dog. All right, this one is more friendly, I believe. I believe this one is a little bit more friends and family. I really hope that we are not auto drafting here. Maybe we are. Maybe I shouldn't let it tilt me. All right, this is big board 70 of 150. We're picking at the turn here. We've got Papiquela. We got Chad. We got Crossface. I don't recognize that many of these names, so maybe it's friends and family, maybe it's not. Bengals clearing some cap. First and likely only big board. All right, man. Yeah, the non-Badgers are somehow going to be auto drafters. That is just obviously what it's going to be. All right, well, I hope that you guys all enjoy the overflow. I guess I'm just getting unlucky today. Sometimes we get lucky with the entrance. Sometimes we don't. All right. J-Mike is a non-badger, and he's not autoing. I believe we have... all right, J-Loading made their pick. Let's see if Run for Shelter makes their pick or if they auto. Hey, man, the overflow is as the overflow does. Are non-badgers more likely to be squares who enjoy the drafting more than the red badges? Honestly, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. Looks like we have a red badger here. Run for Shelter is auto drafting. So there we go. We're only going to be able to get one more draft in today, guys. Then we're going to be done. All right, there we go. We got a quick pick there. Chad picked quick. So we have one auto drafter. Only one. We'll see if 12 times joins them. All right, I'm going to try. I'm going to try and get Slappy. Yeah, it could just be the people trying to get volume. All right, Genty. Full Slappy. No, actually anti-Slappy. Genty McCaffrey. I could get that. I could understand that. GM Masterful. 20 Membies yesterday for Masterful. Yeah, running out of weed. Running out of weed as a weed smoker. You don't want that. Running out of nicotine gum for me. Absolute death. All right. I'm going to do this right now because I'm gonna have time. Oh, I should have taken Derrick Henry. You're right. This is maybe this will be the full boomer draft. Should I start with 6 running backs on this team? Maybe I will. Everyone knows you have to let your first round pick enjoy the full moment of being drafted by you, so you give them the full 30 seconds. That's what I've heard. Okay. I'm going to stream the, I'll call it Idiot Drafts Every Sport in the Underdog lobby. I'm going to schedule this for 3:30 p.m. Just like to say, I was a no badger last April, and by December, I was a full badge bro on Underdog. Doesn't take much when you're drafting the Wildcats and the BRs. 100%. Thoughts on Kyle Manungai? He feels like Najee's replacement. Well, maybe if he has an impressive combine, but I don't know if he will have an impressive combine. Because he was a bit of a plotter, a bit of a compiler at Rutgers. Davis Mattek drafts one team in the biggest contest for each sport listed in the Underdog Fantasy lobby. All right, 3:30 p.m. I will see you guys all there for that. Shout out Rutgers. Bo Melton, I believe, was on that team. If I remember correctly. Maybe I'll nab a couple Manungai shares in round 20. All right, Genty and McCaffrey. I mean, ideally, you're going wide receiver at the next turn. Greg Schiano, man. 0 fumbles on 700 carries is pretty good. The opposite of Jaden Blue. All right. Just let me get... Oh, my God. All right, I'm doing it. Full boomer. Chase Brown, James Cook. I wanted to go Xavier Worthy, Marvin Harrison. They went the picks before. Frankly, Nightmare, I think Gunnar Helm is the best of that group, but it sounds like the NFL likes Arroyo the most, followed by Helm, followed by Taylor. Definitely the first time I have done a 4 straight running back build. I've lost my goddamn mind, folks. Yeah, I am good. This is going to be an F- team. Probably a bunch of probably a bunch of people are going to dupe this start. Yeah, you're probably right. What am I going to do? What am I going to do for the thumbnail for all these sports? My face with like a golf club, a hockey stick. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. Best ball streamer crashes out, goes full boomer. This is going to be, I'm going to spend the whole rest of my afternoon trying to figure out this thumbnail, probably. Photoshop your face onto a one-man band guy. My face on the fantasy counselor. Yeah, I guess just put... digging out from this is like consecutive leg days. Aaron, I don't know if you were here earlier when I was complaining about it, but my God, my legs are still killing me from my leg day on Wednesday because my calories are so low right now. In fact, it's so bad. I never take Tylenol, but I'm so dust today that I took 3 Tylenol this morning because I was just so miserable. Like even right now, I'm like, when I get up from this office chair, I'm going to creak on out of here. All right, this room is not wanting to be kind to me. I mean, look at this. My queue is all freaking running backs, dude. All right, we're going to go Judy and Burden. I mean, it just needs ceiling. Got to do Burden. I love Blender, man. Blender, he's the best, dude. Play whoever you want. All right, I will be drafting every sport in the UD lobby at 3:30 p.m. Central Time. Chip from Pete's Discord told me that he would give me a super chat if I drafted every sport in the lobby. So that's what gave me the idea. I have a Theragun, but honestly, my legs are too sore for it to even be good. Don't people that draft that 4 running back combo go another running back or 2? Anyone think the unique angle? It's way, 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 way more unique to stop at 4. 100%. Yeah, Nick, I realized that. I realized that too late. But yes, you're right. Pricing is weak. Play whoever you want. Yeah. I was not thinking. Well, I can just maybe I'll for this one I'll pretend like Burden is a cowboy. You know what? Handcuffing when you do the hyper fragile actually is kind of a sick idea. If you think about it, handcuffing is kind of a sick idea because you're effectively theoretically locking up the stack that you want, or you're locking up the backfield points that you want and taking less bites at the apple to do it. All right. Everyone go find Peter. Someone go find Pete. Someone go find him. I just took Jacoby Myers. Someone find Peter. At Peter Overzet. I just took Jacoby Myers. He was the top of my rankings. He was top of the sidekick, top of the queue. Peter, put the Pete signal out, the bat signal. It's true. I do. I was telling someone this yesterday. Blender used to be one of the most common guests on the Tatecast. I used to have Blender on the Tatecast all the time. Draft season is just bullying Davis into doing stuff he doesn't instinctually want to. Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah. Well, those guys were such the end of a tier. Golden obviously doesn't have a quarterback available. Shakir's quarterback was gone. I can do Carr on this team. I can do Darnold on this team and have multiple outs. The over-under for your drafts completed before skill players complete the combine is 96.5. I think it's got to be. I think it's under. I believe it's under because. Oh, here, let's see. So I'm on draft number 70 right now. I'll be done with 72 by the end of the day because I'm gonna do a big board on that stream later. So let's see what I was at on Monday. I started Monday at 52. So I'm doing about 20 weeks, so I'm taking under. I'm taking under. I know. I wish they did UCL stuff as well. Of course. Yeah. I wish there was some kind of draft soccer product, but the logistics of setting up a soccer draft product is really difficult. Like, I really don't even know how you'd get away with it. Man, so I'm probably not going to have a quarterback, huh? Jones is Kamara on a better team. Well, I will say I did start out the offseason thinking that that Jones would be on a different team, but reading the tea leaves a little bit more, Mr. Grizzly, I think you are probably right. I think it does sound like Aaron Jones is probably going to return to the team. There are just no good wide receivers for me to take here. This is miserable. Okay, I'm going to take Drake May with the idea of stacking him later. And I'm going to take who am I going to take? I'm going to take Trey Harris and just hope I luck into a stack. Yeah, this is the worst team I've ever drafted. F-, would not do again. This is miserable. Do you think picking 3 of the rookie running backs? I think it's okay, even with the caveat that Genty is not one of them. In a normal year, Coolers, I'd say it's probably bad. But let's say you did Caleb Johnson in this round, Travion Henderson in this round, and you got Judkins here, or you got Devin Neal here, or whatever. I think it's perfectly cromulent. Yes. Yeah. This is a terrible team. This is the worst team I've drafted so far. This is filthy stuff. Don't let your kids draft hero running back teams. I would advise against it. It's the only way I'm going to end up with a quarterback stack is if Trey Harris goes to the Patriots at pick 38. Don't really see another out. I think I might end up only being able to take 4 running backs because I'm going to be so dead. This is the draft after the after effects from the tilt of the auto drafter. Just giving a little bit of EV back to the rooms. I think most of the teams, frankly, I think I felt pretty good about most of my teams, but man, I'm not enjoying being part of this kind of history. Yeah, I'm not really enjoying it either. Yeah, we'll see how awesome it is. We'll see. My guess is it's probably going to be a little bit worse. I need to do like I've done all of the drafts in the lobby. I've not done a Zamboni though. So I'll do a dance. I guess I'll have to do a college basketball one, but I don't even know the players. I have not done a Zamboni yet. I'll have to look at the odds, I guess. I've done a dinger. I've done an albatross. I've obviously done big boards. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'd love to take Hollywood, but I can't really afford it. I'm going to take Leggett because I know I can get his quarterback. And I am going to take Colston Loveland. No. I'm going to take Likely because I just need some ceiling. I just have to hope that this team, Mark Andrews, can't be on the Ravens for this team. Arroyo is not going to go before Loveland. Yep, I just realized that. I didn't even realize. I was like, oh, I'll be able to get him. I'm not going to be able to get him. Yeah, not as fun grading when you already gave yourself an F-. I disagree with this. I do not think Coker is... Oh, and actually, you know what? I just took Leggett. I didn't realize Bryce Young went at pick 121. The fuck are we doing? What are we doing? I could have just taken Hollywood. All right, enjoy my $10. Razor 33, J Loading, Run for Shelter, Poppy Quella, Chad Candles, Malin Jarm 12 times, J Mike, Peter Wiggin, Savage, Crossface. Enjoy my $10. Yeah, I did. I needed to do something other than what I did. Bryce can't understand Leggett. That's a good bit. WFN. That is a very good bit. You're welcome, man. This team is non-cromulent team that I'm building here. The Likely pick is actually okay. McCarthy is not even worth picking here, really. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Shadur and just hope to get lucky with one of these landing spots, and then I'm going to take Henry. Pick 121 is like, why'd you take my back stack? Just got a beer ad. Davis is drunk with this draft. Well, at least that means you got an ad. I still know from looking at my YouTube numbers, like none of you guys are getting ads in the live streams. I looked at my YouTube earn this morning, and from watch page ads in the last 28 days, I've earned $728 at 17.34 per every 1,000 views, with 181 of those dollars coming from YouTube Premium and 545 of them coming from watch page ads. Shadur, there we go. We got a pulse. You are a goat, Mark. Thank you, Mark. There we go. So at least I can write this one off. This is a write-off. Thank you. Thank you, Mark. That makes sense. That makes sense that basically YouTube technology just doesn't work. So basically it just doesn't work during the live stream. And it only works when people are watching them on replay. I try to make it as enjoyable of an experience as I can as possible on the replay. Now I'm taking Jatavian Sanders at pick 180 to send a message. Looks like this team has 4 quarterbacks with Cade Otton and Dalton Schultz. So he's probably counting on getting Jatavian Sanders. Andy Dalton available, it's true. Man, that was a frustrating game last night because the Americans had the Americans had chances despite not playing that well. Does La Quinta Inn serve a continental breakfast? All right, someone thinks this team is good. I sure don't. I hope they do. Who doesn't love a good continental breakfast? I can't wait to go eat my really sad lunch of strict protein and work on this thumbnail. I'm very excited to work on this thumbnail. It's true. It's true. Although, I mean, how sick did that work out for the National Football League or the National Hockey League? You know what? This team also needs Carr and just needs to get something. It just needs Carr, and I am going to take Jatavian Sanders here. Aside from McLaren, who is your... I mean, it's got to be Ladd, right? Too many bumblebees. Well, Steven, I'm eating about 1,800 calories a day with like 60 to 70% of them coming from protein. But I am, my experience in weight loss and in dieting is that I psychologically do a lot better when I do one good cheat meal. So I'm gonna have a cheat meal tonight. I'm gonna have I think probably pizza. You get Don. You're getting ads over on Twitch even with the Twitch Prime. You should not be getting ads. I've got reward meal. Well, actually, if you really want to be a real gym bro about it, I'll call it my refeed. I'll call it my carb up. You know, yeah. Miles, Nick is big on. Oh, you have to renew your Twitch Prime. Nick in the chat is big on the anabolic pizza. I'm not doing that though. I'm gonna get my all-time guilty pleasure, which none of you will think that this is a good cheat meal. I'm gonna get Domino's pizza. And all of you are going to be like, "Oh my god, dude, Domino's, it's gross. Can't do it. It's terrible." Domino's for me, it just slaps cuz I was a Domino's pizza delivery driver in college. So for me, getting Domino's pizza is like I feel 22 again. Oh yeah, Casey's Pizza. I'm Midwest. I'm Midwest born and bred, dude. Domino's, a good greasy slice of Domino's pizza or of Casey's Pizza, so fucking good. Making homemade Casey's breakfast, dude. That is fire. That is fire. Fourth. That is so good. Ladd, the worst pick on the board, and it isn't close. It isn't close, brother. That's crazy. I knew someone would say it. You'd think that. You'd think that, but it's literally the exact opposite. My Domino's, we ran a tight ship, man. It was clean. I liked my manager. I liked my coworkers. You know, it was a good spot. See, I hate emos. And we have good Italian restaurants here. But if I want a cheap meal, I'm going to go get something just bad for me. That's what I'm saying. Anyone who's hating, they just don't know ball. I couldn't agree more. Rashi Rice has potential to be an absolute zero. Yeah, Coolers, you're not wrong about that, brother. All right, I'm going to take Kayshon Boutte here just to ensure I get some kind of stack. I'm going to take another Bumblebee helmet with Jalen Noel, and we can think about maybe getting a running back with our final pick. See, I don't like the cheese as much, so I don't love the Pizza Hut stuffed crust. But I agree with this, Coolers. Rashi, and I like Rashi, obviously, but the combination of suspension and maybe not healing 100% from this knee injury could have him being the worst. The Little Caesars hot and ready breadsticks. I actually have a great story about this. Maybe not a great story, but it's my stream, so I'm going to tell it anyway. When I was in high school, me and my friends would go on this. We'd go on skateboarding trips, right? So we would just go. Maybe someone's dad would drive, someone's uncle, maybe one of the older guys would drive, and we would basically crash on couches, cheapest possible hotel rooms. We would have like nothing to eat. We had no money. None of us had jobs. And I remember one trip we went on for a weekend. We went to a Little Caesars right as they were closing, and they were about to throw out all the food. They were about to throw out a bunch of breadsticks, it was the end of the night. Basically they were closing up, so they were about to toss a bunch of stuff because it's hot and ready. So it means they've already made it. They gave us, I want to say 200 breadsticks. We had cardboard boxes full of breadsticks. Like more breadsticks than any teenage boy could eat, which is a lot of breadsticks. Like we still had them left. And so for this whole long weekend, like I think it was a 3-day weekend, we went skateboarding. All we ate were Little Caesars hot and ready breadsticks. We didn't even have to. And this is when I was back smoking weed, but it was and you'd think like that. Oh, that had to have made you like you got to be done. Like you can't want to have ate any of these. No, I remember like eating like a 4-day-old Little Caesars breadstick and being like, this is so good. This is the best thing I've ever had. My mouth is watering right now thinking about Little Caesars breadsticks. There you go. Blake, another fellow Domino's employee. Once had a Domino's driver accidentally leave me a voicemail where he said he wanted to kill me. Who doesn't answer their phone for $70 pizza? Got the pizza for free. So that's what's awaiting me tonight. All right, I'm taking one more wide receiver. Let's take Elijah Moore. Let's get an adult. And I could probably take one more running back. We'll take Jordan James. Godfathers is not bad. Used to Uber Eats, and sometimes they'd cancel orders after I pick them up. Because it's hot and ready, dude. Joel, they have to make it. They have to they gotta have it ready for when you. I'm talking. This was 20 years ago. I'm 32 years old. This was 15, 20 years ago. I don't even remember how old I was then. It was a different time. This was before, I'll put it this way. This was before the 2008 financial crisis for sure. Times were different back then. All right, final team, this dust ball ass team. Drake May, Shadur Sanders, Derek Carr. Running backs, Genty, McCaffrey, Chase Brown, James Cook, Jordan James, Jerry Jeudy, Luther Burden, Jacoby Myers, Rashid Shaheed, Trey Harris, Xavier Legette, Kayshon Boutte, Jalen Noel, Elijah Moore, Isaiah Likely, Hunter Henry, Jatavian Sanders. That team sucks. F-. Exactly. That's what happens when 17-year-olds run the franchise and don't care. You have 200 breadsticks closing time. Blake, I don't know I really don't know how good he is, but I will say he's much higher on like NFL draft people's big boards than he is in this big board. All his life lost his virginity to a girl he delivered pizza to. All right, you know what? That one was so bad. I gotta cleanse my palate. Let's do one more. Can we please, everyone? Can we please be fast? I'm begging. I'm begging. Please be friends and family. God, please be friends and family. I'm begging. Please do not have auto drafters. It's not friends and family. This was a bad idea. I already regret this decision, but it's too late. I guess I'll play the clip. Ugh. Please be friends and family. No bad. Yeah, this is somehow this draft is going to take 2 hours. Yep. Oh, of course. All day. The overflow is all right. We did get a Justin Jefferson. So we turn. All right. Turn the vibes around. The vibes, we're feeling the vibe shift, okay? Is the winning BBM lineup from last season posted somewhere? I'm sure it is. Elgrew 50 is his name. The first place team. Here you go. Copy image address. Here you go. Here it is. All right, we'll do slap team. We'll do a slap team. All right, this was the team: Burrow, Purdy, Taylor, Pacheco, James Conner, Chase Brown, Ty Chandler, Jamar Chase, Devonta Smith, T. Higgins, Brian Thomas Jr., Ricky Pearsall, Jermaine Burton, Adam Thielen, Demarcus Robinson, George Kittle, Noah Fant, Juwan Johnson. That was the winning team. Frankly, not that good of a team. Does that make me a hater? Does that make me a hater? Yeah. I think that makes me a hater. It's a fine team, you know. Oh. I got spoiled. That's the deal. I've just gotten spoiled by getting in the drafts with you guys. That's all it is. My thoughts are that Rome is probably either insanely overvalued or actually a little bit undervalued, and it just all depends on how well Caleb Johnson can play. That's basically my thought. And then I don't think Keenan is going to come back. It's not weak, but you don't look at that and you're like, holy shit, man. How did you draft that team? Are you from the future? Like, oh yeah, he got the Burrow double. He got Purdy, and he must have gotten sniped. So he took Pearsall, you know. It's got the Jermaine Burton 0. It's got the Ty Chandler 0. Pacheco, you know, missed the season. I can't believe, frankly, it is kind of crazy that there are no Badgers drafting right now. I actually would be happy to take Jonathan Taylor here. I think that's a nice anchor running back start. Yeah, honestly, perfectly cromulent. Perfectly cromulent. That's all there is to it. Not great, not terrible. Perfect. It's what's funny. All right, actually, I am gonna take Lad. I know someone was just saying he was the worst pick on the board, but whatever. We're going full slap. I can get Caleb in this draft. Glass is half full. That was the Best Ball Mania winner, Alex. That was the team that won Best Ball Mania 5 last year. Yes. Lad McConkey is much slappier than Jonathan Taylor. That's true. 100%. The slappiest pick there. Well, let me tell you, I already know the next slappy pick. You guys are probably not going to be ready for how slappy this is about to be. I guess if we're gonna do full slap Fridays. Yeah. Jeremy knows. He's familiar enough with my game. There you go. That people get a question of, "Oh, what's slappy mean? What's slappy mean? I don't get it." That's a full slap Friday right there. Xavier Worthy over Garrett Wilson, over McLaurin, over JSN, DJ Moore, over Marvin Harrison. That's full slap. You're not worthy, brother. All right. Well, this was definitely a mistake. I'm happy to hang out with you guys on a Friday afternoon. Coolers, are you a secret slappy? Yeah. Yeah, Xavier Worthy over Garrett Wilson is insanely slappy. It is. Gotta start thinking about what I'm gonna do for this thumbnail later. The plan for this weekend, probably gonna do fuck all tonight. And then I'm going to go to the St. Louis City game tomorrow with my brother-in-law. I agree. I once famously said, what if Xavier Worthy just gets the same targets as Brian Thomas Jr.? I really don't mean to be dramatic, but auto drafters in February best ball are kind of draining my will to live. What is it streaming on? I'm always down for a good streaming series. They just did this most recent year. They just did a Batman the Caped Crusader. It was pretty nice. I enjoyed that. I mean, Batman the Animated Series is one of the best of all time. I frankly, personally, do not have any big Elijah Arroyo takes, but he very consistently is ranked amongst the top 50 guys on the big board. He's in the top, I believe he was 27th on Dane Brugler's big board. He was high on McShay's big board. So all the guys who are plugged in, Senior Bowl guys, they're high on Arroyo. Yeah, I'm enjoying the dingers as well, Joel. But if I was to do a best ball video right now for dinger, like if I put baseball in the thumbnail and I said, we're drafting dingers, road to 100K in the dinger, it would get 87 views. No one would watch it. So dinger, all that stuff, I'm doing it behind the paywall. So baseball stuff, basketball stuff, playoff basketball, best ball, all that stuff. Doing it. What's the slappy pick here? It's definitely JMO, right? Justin Jefferson, Lad McConkey, Xavier Worthy, and JMO. My expansion would be that Worthy was a really raw rookie who got cast in a role that he probably was not ready for due to Rashee Rice's injury. He is the fastest player in the National Football League. Actually, Tet is then the next slappy. JMO went. So Worthy now has the chance to combine the Rashee Rice role with, I don't know, I guess you could call it, frankly, it's more of the Marquez Valdez-Scantling role than it ever was the Tyreek role. But the combination of getting volume beneath, getting the underneath volume, as well as adding high ADOT volume. Also, yes, he did. He had a spike week. He had his first 100-yard game came in the conference championship. Frankly, I think he's quite good. There is no bigger slappy pick than Jalen Waddle. Well, he was also very good for a team that made the Super Bowl. He was the leading receiver for a team that made the Super Bowl. And I would not blame you, Rusty, for not being able to watch a 3-hour Dinger stream. I would not blame you for that at all. We had a good Herzig tweet. I'm not woke. Have not been on Twitter because I was too busy finding bad vibes here. Are you talking about Herzig's? I think people are holding off on drafting right now because they don't want to use their bullets too early. It's a pretty funny tweet. Yeah, I would say he basically just kept getting better. Like every week, he just kept getting a little bit better. Ugh. 71 big boards in. So now we're officially way ahead of pace of the contest. So right now, the contest is 31.7% full. And we're almost... I think every person in this draft other than me is auto-drafting. That's how it feels. Ugh. I need to make my picks in Omni Fantasy. I'm on the clock in round 11. Yes, I should. Well, I don't know about prediction video. I think this is what matters from the 2025 NFL Combine video would actually probably do pretty well. Yeah, I don't have, and I didn't even get, that's so good. I didn't even get Caleb Johnson in the non-friends and family. I've got Montgomery ranked a little bit after ADP, but like he's fine, you know? I don't think he's like a super target. I don't think he's like a jam, but he's fine. You can do it at omnifantasy.com. Artillery Frost. It's basically it's sort of a, I suppose, a pet project of our boy Ben Gretsch. He's the proprietor, the organizer of Michael. I'm just teasing you, brother. I'm just teasing. The vibes are already better here because we're going full slap. Jefferson over Gibbs, slappy. Lad, pretty slap. Worthy, super slap. Tet, very slappy. No bigger slap pick on earth than Jalen Waddle. And I was going to get to take Travion Henderson. We're not going to be able to. Now we're going to have to take a rookie running back as our number one running back with Mr. Judkins. Actually, Captain Zwingli might take him. Slappy hour to head into the weekend. It's true. People are saying it. Quinshawn Judkins. Welcome to the team. Yeah, Slappy hour. I think I'm going to start calling the Friday streams that Slappy hour. That's really funny. That's very good. Man, I just do not know who to take in these drafts right now. In the Omni Fantasy drafts, we're at around 10, so all the good teams are basically gone. Everyone who's like gonna win a championship, it's over. Sure, I'll take the Tennessee Volunteers in NCAA men's basketball. Why not? And now I need an NCAA. Juwan Jennings. Slap it up. Does he count? Jennings might not be slappy enough, frankly. I'm intrigued to see all the wideouts at the combine, really, Jason. I think that we could see some big movers. Yeah, I like Jefferson over Gibbs too. Yeah, RJ Harvey's very slappy. I'm very intrigued to see where my guy Jack Besh runs the 40-yard dash. I think that would be pretty good. Like if Besh is able to run a 4.47 or something, I think that would be massive for him. Now, I don't know if he's capable of doing that. Well, actually, you want to know a big one will be if Pierce Oliver Jennings would have been the slap pick. Oh, Corey Brooks. Of course I remember Mike Gillisley. Yeah, Miami Dolphin, man. Of course. Jennings is the third eye slappy after the Ayuk Debo wars of yesteryear. Jennings is a right-wing slappy. So I think Jennings did go from right. I think you're right, because last year Jennings was right-wing slappy. Now he's left-wing slappy. I think you're right. I think you hit the nail on the head. All right. I mean, look, we're kind of saving this team. You know, whatever. Jaden Higgins 40. Jaden Higgins 40 for sure. Who else? What other wide receivers for the combine? I mean, Matthew Golden's 40 is going to be big. Trey Harris's 40 is going to be big. Bond's 40 is going to be big. Jalen Royals, everything, I think, is going to be awesome. Out of 44 big boards, I've only had 10 to 12 picks later than 5th. Yeah, you are running good, bro. You are chilling, man. That is pretty sick for you. I mean, you do love to see it. Yeah, well, yeah, Trey Harris 40 will indeed be big. Yeah, I bet it will. I bet it will, Trey. All right, this draft is not going as slow as I thought. There are some auto drafters. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. You pick late, you're not getting a ton of Genty. And if you don't get a ton of Genty, you know, how good can your drafts really be? That's what I'm saying. So I was actually going to take Pollard here instead of Purdy, but I got to take Purdy here. Overflow is approaching around 11. All right. Some days the universe wants you to have nice things, and some days the universe doesn't. Maybe the universe is gifting me something that I can't understand. The universe is telling me, you know, you needed to get to 3 hours on your stream because YouTube was going to do X, Y, or Z for you. If you get to that degree of a stream, you know, who knows? Who could say, man? Who could say? But, you know, I hope that's the case. It always could be, you know. Yeah, no Marv does make the turn look better. That is certainly true. You're definitely right. Just a pick there that no one wants. No one I know I didn't really like to take Marvin Harrison, so I assume a lot of people were just like, oh, I guess I'll do it. All right, Aaron Jones is actually a really good second running back on this team. That is a bit of a gift right there. Has clicking a young over an old ever felt worse than Marv Ever Evans? No, it has not. It feels, frankly, terrible. Yeah, it feels awful, and you feel awful doing it. 100%. Yeah, you couldn't be more correct about that, my guy. I mean, what is the deal with Marvin Harrison? Truly. Gun to my head, I guess you're really doing. Gun to my head, it's definitely Jefferson. But if you told me one of them has 47 points in week 17, I'd probably say CD. I think Marv is fine at cost. You just don't. I don't think that Marv is not a flag plant guy to me at all. Marv feels just fine. Sure, just needs to score a lot of touchdowns. Marv definitely, he was the epitome of don't want to have none. The absolute stone cold epitome of don't want to have none. And sometimes that's okay. Sometimes that's okay to not want to have none, you know? What is the deal with airplane food? Who could say? Pretty proud of the thumbnail today with old D Hember. I thought I did a pretty good job there. We're doing it now with Chase and Barkley, 100%. People are starting to get cute and take Marv and McBride at the 2-3 turn. How much correlation is there in drafting the ETN bros together? I don't know, man. You tell me. I did. I do remember when Kyler said that. And then Kyler also later said that he and Marv sat down together and they I don't remember if it was run. I think they watched a bunch of film together, and basically Kyler was like, okay, what are the kind of routes you can run? What are the type of where you know, basically he changed his tune on it's not my job to get you the ball. And then he was like, wait, no, it actually quite literally is my job to get you the ball. I don't really want to take either tight end here. I don't really feel like I can afford it. Why do I still have Diggs this high in my ranks? Does not feel good. You know what? I'm about to take a guy I don't take very often. Oh, wait, no. Devin Neal is not more slappy than Scattaboo. No chance. Scattaboo is super slap. Aaron Jones was not very slappy. You guys are gonna have to apologize. You're gonna have to say, you're gonna have to forgive me for that one. But I'm gonna take my boy Scattaboo here. If Captain Zwingli doesn't take him, I'm either taking him or Devin. Yeah, Scattaboo, bang. Scattaboo, super slap. Yeah, Neal is better, but he's not as slappy. And we're doing Slappy Fridays, brother. Don't forget the prompt. We're doing Slappy Fridays. Yeah, can't blame Kyler for looking the other way with wide receiver 1 Dortch. Need more Loveland. It's true. It's true. I do love to get. You think Neil is slappier than Scat? I don't know about that, brother. I think I'm thinking you're wrong about that one, boss. I probably won't be able to get, if I don't take Loveland here, I'm probably not going to be able to get him. Maybe he'll come back. Slap a bow. That's what they're saying. They're calling him Tyler Slap-a-Bow. You know what? Whatever. Slappy season. Rookie tight end is your tight end 1. There you go. How about that? How's that for Slappy season? You guys like that for Slappy season? Overflows in the 14th. Yeah, overflow is where you want to be. Apparently today the move is to get to the overflow. Where does Scatterbo go after he runs a 4.67 and gets projected into the 6th round? I had a cure, and the only cure was more Loveland, Nick. The only cure was more Loveland. Dak goes to the CD drafter. I mean, people think he's going to run faster than that is the thing. The thing is he's projected to run a good bit faster than that. I mean, I don't know if he will or not, but that is what is being projected by people out in the universe. You tell me if it happens or not, but that is what, you know, people are sort of expecting to happen out there. All I know is that right now he is a Slappy based selection. That's all I got for you. And I'm not even saying he's a bad pick. Not every Slappy pick is a bad pick. Sometimes the Slappy picks are good picks, man. You know? It doesn't always have to be so black and white. You feel me? Scat is a juiced up Woodhead. I do remember when they had a veterans combine. I don't remember Michael Bush running a 4.94. 100%. Yeah. What if Loveland is the 11th overall pick or something? There are two big ones, Spotrac and Over the Cap. I don't know about which running backs are in a contract year though. I'd have to look it up. Just got back from leg day. All right, GM, brother. That's what I'm talking about. Putting the work in, as you would expect, of course. The work is very important. And you can't skip out on leg day. Don't skip legs. 3rd most drafted tight end. Yeah. Slappiest QB, Anthony Richardson. Not close. Well, close to Justin Fields, number 2. That is not my read, best balling. My read would be that he is leaning towards not coming back. I don't really have any quarterback stacks live. So I guess I'll just take the slappiest one. Michael Bush, when he learned a 4.91, you got to be shitting me. 4.91, there goes my career. Jalen Milroe is super slappy, obviously. Yeah, Anthony Richardson, bad slappy. Drake May, good slappy. I mean, Hollywood Brown does nothing for this team. But, you know, slap is as slap does. Travis Hunter's obviously the most slappy pick here. Oh, Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts, giga mega infinity slappy. That's part of the game, brother. In NBA BRs. Yeah, you gotta know about the injury swaps. Big part of the game. Do you think Callahan will go into next year? Yeah, Will Levis not starting for the Tennessee Titans next year, in my opinion. Again, I'm sure you can get other opinions from other people, but that is quite certainly my opinion of the matter. Crane has a lot of slap in him. He just wins. Not every slappy is a loser. Crane is a slapster that wins. Yep, I will be doing. I did 10 buzzer beaters this morning, but if you come back to this channel, Ransack, in 2.5 hours, I'm going to be drafting every sport in the Underdog Fantasy lobby. So you can see what that looks like in practice. Not all slappies. Yeah, I think Callahan would like it if Will Levis was dropped off a boat. Highest I've finished in an NBA main was a single bullet while hanging out with your girlfriend. It's true. Nothing matters. 100%. Yeah, nothing matters. Crane is king of the slaps. Frankly, you really couldn't be more correct about that. Crane is king of the slaps. Yes, he is. Maybe even we should get him a crown, King of the slaps. That's great branding, honestly. Great branding for Mr. Crane. I would wear that title with pride, Crane knows what he's about. And he's about Drake May. Slap Daddy Pat. Ooh. Sean might be king of the slaps. You know what, Balls Life, you're right. Sean Siegel might be king of the slaps. Is Mattek Prince of the slaps? Are we going to make this into a tarot deck? Hey, man. Someone's got to do it, Ransack. I appreciate you. All right. Brock Purdy, Justin Fields, Quinshon Judkins, Aaron Jones, Cam Scattaboo, Justin Jefferson, Ladd McConkey, Xavier Worthy, Tet McMillan, Jalen Waddle, Juwan Jennings, Colson Loveland, Kyle Pitts. I mean, my God. Could we be slapping any harder? Frankly, I don't know if we could. Gonna have to make some good running picks, I think, maybe, though. Some good running back picks. Bucket 1 in wide receiver, bucket 5 in running back, of course. Trey Tucker's pretty slappy. Yeah. Time to get some running backs. It's a great question. Can we get over 100 likes? Probably not. You guys stink. You guys don't like the slappy drafts. You don't want to like the stream, bro. Sadly, I think I'm going to have to make a non-slap pick here. Oh, never mind. I was going to take Ray Davis, but then he went. Gonna do a different non-slap pick. Wait, never mind. I take that back. We are going to do a full slap pick here, actually. Depending on who Mr. Zwingli takes. I think there's a pretty clear... Yeah, I'm going to take Isaac Urendo. Anyone with a 10 RAS, anyone with a 10 relative athletic score is a slap. How's this for a slappy BBM5 exposure? Javon Baker, 38%. BTJ 33, Worthy 33, May 32, A-Chain 27. Yep. You passed the test, Nick. You most certainly passed the test. Man, I am absolutely sick of these drafts today. All right. Who's slappy here? I mean, I guess Javonte is pretty slappy. Javonte has always been a slap. He started out a slap. He's been a slap his entire career. Slappy is paying a mortgage taking loan on Sklansky bucks that never come to fruition. Of course. Yep. You're not wrong. All right. Javonte. All right. Purdy is not really slap. Fields is 10 out of 10 slap. Judkins is your running back 1, 10 out of 10 slap. Aaron Jones is like 2 out of 10 slap. Scattaboo, 10 out of 10 slap. Guerrero, 8 out of 10 slappy. Javonte, 10 out of 10. Jefferson, whatever. Ladd in the second round, slappy. Worthy, 10 out of 10 slappy. Tet McMillan, 8 out of 10 slappy. Jalen Waddle, 10 out of 10. Juwan Jennings, like 5 out of 10. Loveland, 7 out of 10. Pitts, 10 out of 10. We are well on our way. Yeah, Javonte start. Yeah, it's my. You know what, Nick, this might be true. I think you're right. Not Nick, Zach. I think you're correct. Javonte trending towards right wing slappy now. I think you hit the nail on the head. Wow, so you almost hit the nuts, Nick. 33% Worthy, 28% Rice, 8% Mahomes. You almost hit the anti-slap nuts, if you will. And I will. Round 20 in the overflow. My God, I am so jealous. I could be done by now. I could be making my thumbnail for the stream this afternoon. We could be living a whole different life. All right, what are some of the best slappy picks to end this one with? We definitely need a rookie running back. We probably need a giga slap wide receiver. Yeah, the Mahomes Super Bowl tickets died an ugly death. They sure did. Oh. There's just something about someone bleeding the entire clock to take Geno Smith that just does not sit right with me. That's what Sacrilegious has been saying, Kurz. Raheem Sanders as the round 20 pick. I don't know if I see it as much, but I'm not saying no. Not saying no there at all. He's just so slow, I felt like. Yeah. Oh, Nash. Yeah, it's definitely Nash. Nash is super, super slappy. Yeah, guy didn't even take Geno. All right. I know a slap pick when I see one. Savion Williams is very, very, very slappy. He's a guy who doesn't have a position in the NFL. Very likely to be a slap city boy. In fact, he already is a slap city boy. What if Rocket Sanders runs a 4.91 at the rookie combine? What if? I've thought about it, and it's not great. It's possible. It's an ironic nickname. Is RJ Harvey gone? RJ Harvey's gone. We'll take Jackson Dart. Sure. Crane basically already called me a slappy for taking Dart. So there we go. I was gonna take Harvey. He went. I had Harvey queued up. Rocket Sanders could be last year's estimate. Is that positive or negative? Are you meaning that? Yeah. Oh, Tez is yes, Aaron. Tez is very, very slappy. It's like Michael Wilson, pretty much guaranteed to be at least wide receiver 3 on a team, or Savion, who could be the next Devontae Walker. You're right. You know what? Very strong Devontae Walker vibes there. Yeah, that is an astute observation. Very, very, very likely that Savion Williams goes in that direction. Rocket Sanders is 3 years older than Estime. That is unbelievable. Well, unbelievable, but absolutely true, actually. Yeah, run slow, but still have somewhat of a role. Savion sure has some upside. Yeah, he does. I mean, Savion is going to have a good combine. Savion was a productive player when given opportunities to produce. It just took him a long time to get those opportunities. You know, that's just the way the cookie crumbles, I suppose. Savion to the Chargers in the 5th round. Is Greg Roman creative enough to use someone of his skill set? I am not sure about that. Rodgers seen working out with some Steelers players. Rodgers to Pittsburgh just might be a reality. Well, I'll tell you this. Rodgers getting a roster spot is definitely bad for the Jackson Dart thesis. You don't want that if you're a big people do always want these interesting role players on the Chiefs. But the thing is they now have enough just like good players. Like if Rice and Worthy and Kelsey are all on the team, you know, not a ton of room there. Well, definitely sounds like if Rodgers is working out with Steelers players, they're not taking Dart. Oh my God. Just these auto drafters taking Brashard Smith, man. Like, just kill me. Just kill me. If this is happening in August when we're doing best ball drafts, I mean, I'm just gonna be sick to my goddamn stomach. If this is my life, I'm taking Bashal Tootin. A guy named Tootin, yeah, you know. Tootin is very slappy. Full slap Friday. Tony and Sky evolving into Worthy Savion. Yeah, that would be cool. All right. Look, it's just not going to get more slappy than Tez Johnson. Crossface is saying I'm the most entertaining streamer for best ball on YouTube. I don't know about that, but I gotta have the most hours. Gotta have the most hours put in of any best ball streamer on YouTube. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe there's someone who does more than me. I'm guessing probably not though. All right. Final picks. This is like shooting fish in a barrel. Taylor, Helm, Gadsden. I mean, slap central. There you go. Not gonna get any more slap than that. You ain't gonna find it. Well, and I act like I'm never gonna see you guys again, but I'm literally gonna be back drafting live in actually in 40 minutes with Soccer Dave. So if you're a member of the Swolecast, if you are a Swolecast, if you're a member of the Swolecast channel, I'm going to be chatting with Soccer David Kitchen in exactly 50 minutes over on the Swolecast channel. And then 30 minutes after that, I will be back with you guys again to do the idiot streamer streams every idiot streamer drafts every fantasy sport at the same time. So I will see you guys there. I'll see you guys there for those. The Swolies, shout out to my Swolies. 4:30 Eastern time. We'll be back to do that. I don't even know why I'm doing this. I don't even think it's going to be a popular video, but I do think it'll be fun. I do think it will at least be kind of fun. And, you know, we might as well be doing things that are kind of fun with our limited time on this earth, right? You know, that's what it's really all about. The stream at 3:30 p.m. Central Time, I'm doing every draft in the Underdog lobby, Kersey. So I will be doing a big board. I will be doing an albatross. I'll be doing a dinger. I'll be doing a Zamboni. I'll be doing a college basketball fast break Friday, and I will be doing a NBA playoff dance. Hard under on Tutu Atwell, 550 yards next season. Incredibly hard on the under there. All right, let's recap the slap team. Brock Purdy, Justin Fields, Jackson Dart, Quinshawn Judkins, Aaron Jones, Cam Scatterbo, Isaac Urendo, Javonte Williams, Bayshell Tootin, Justin Jefferson, Ladd McConkey, Xavier Worthy, Tet McMillan, Jalen Waddle, Juwan Jennings, Savion Williams, and Tez Johnson. Absolute slappiest pick. Especially when the teams are not good. Blue Jay, especially. I mean, I think Gadsden is easily the most slappy of these. So we got to do Gadsden. Right? I mean, Gadsden is giga mega slapped. Rondé Gadsden. All right, boys. That's it. I have actually got to go get some other work done. I will be back in this. I will be streaming another big board for Swolecast members only in 47 minutes at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 3:30 p.m. Central Time. I will be drafting every sport in the Underdog Fantasy lobby at 3:30 p.m. Central Time. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. And I will be back with all of you very soon.
It's Short King Summer, dude. It just feels like no one in fantasy sports ever learns anything. Does he mistime it, or is Brock Bowers just a grown man? Brock Bowers is just a grown man. Dare I say, Rich, football might be back. In the words of Lane Johnson, this offense looks